Welcome back to Numbers on the Board.
Numbers on the board, yes.
It's a great day to talk hoops. We got, of course, NBA stuff. We got March Madness. We got Mike 2K League stream stuff that be going on. Just know it's a lot of hoops to be talked about, man. How y'all
What type
feeling
of hat
today?
that is?
Bruiser Brigade.
Oh,
You told me that
I'm
was
lying
Big
like a
Baller
motherfucker,
Brand.
yeah.
oh.
It's Bogey Boys.
Bowie Boys?
Yeah.
That's
is that?
Macklemore.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It looked clean.
Thank you. It's one of them weird skater hats. I didn't know how my head would look in it. Not a huge fan, but if I took this off, it'll blind y'all, man. I need to shape up better.
I didn't know
so.
skaters had their own hats.
Oh, right? Am I
Yeah,
bugging?
yeah, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. It's like his is high profile. This is like a low profile.
Oh.
This is
never
what
seen-
Tyler the Creator would wear 10 years
Yes,
ago.
yeah.
Okay. No, I didn't know that skateboarders had their own hats. I did not know that.
Yeah.
They
Well,
got
I
their
guess they're
own
not
shoes.
I knew they had their own
exclusive
shoes.
to skateboarders,
But it's in
like,
their culture.
It's
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
it's in their
style
culture,
type
yeah.
of thing.
Yeah, yeah. But shout out to them.
So
I'm
you
getting a
didn't
shape
know
up today,
that-
though. So
Christian didn't know what GOAT was, the shoe app. It's just an informative today. Anything anybody else know? You know what Uber Eats is?
He found
You
out
know
with
he-
Sugar Honey Iced Tea, man.
He
the
did
Sugar
figure
Honey
out what
Iced
Sugar
Tea.
Honey Iced Tea meant
That's
yesterday.
very true.
it's one of those times. Be sure to leave a like on the episode. Subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. We got a couple more shows on the network. We got Teed Up with Pierre and Dreesen. I think y'all just did y'all college basketball episode.
Yeah, you know, a classic.
I'm gonna have
had-
to tune into.
Ryan
shout out to
Ryan
Hammer.
Hammer. Shout out to my
Ryan
boy
Hammer.
Ryan Hammer.
How perfect you think your bracket gonna be?
Not gonna be
They
because I don't
said
strive to
1
be
in
perfect.
92 quintillion chance.
That's why people get it wrong.
I
They
know.
trying to be perfect.
I just be. you
I'm
know,
not trying to win my bracket challenge. I'm going off the straight vibes.
And we
I,
gonna
that's
talk-
how I make it too.
We're going to talk some college basketball a little bit later in the episode, too. I think that the best thing about it, or you can gloat about the most, is picking the one low
Upset.
seed to go
Yes.
far.
That's why I had my fun at.
Like Loyola Chicago, I didn't know anything about college basketball. I did a video where I was just predicting, and I had them in like the Sweet 16.
I woke up to a tweet. It was like, "Drop your thing," so I got something to go off of. I'm like, bro, stop talking.
Nah, that would have pissed me off.
Wait. Say that sentence again?
Hurry up and drop your bracket, so I have something
that's
to go
that's
off
not what I
of.
heard at first. Okay.
Okay.
I'm like, bro, stop talking to me.
He
Hey,
want your bracket?
Some people want to be locked in. Somebody
No.
asked me, what prospects should I be looking out for? I said, hey,
That's different.
that guy from Duke, Cooper Flagg, man, be looking out. If you ain't heard of him, he's coming off a little
I
injury.
respect those tweets, but fill out your own bracket, man. That's the whole point of it, is to have fun.
No,
Yeah.
those ceilings just dropped like the biggest piece I've ever seen. That was like, hey, here's every single potential NBA player in this year's March Madness.
Oh,
And they mean like legitimately potential guys that probably won't make it, but got a 1% chance.
I like no
Here's-
ceilings contest. So I'm definitely about to go tune in.
Hey, lock in. It might be behind a paywall, but it's worth it. Go support your local.
Well, I
writers,
need my
man.
college. I need my college work. We got stuff to do.
Have you paid
Pay for what?
behind a paywall?
No, not yet. At least.
So how much do you need it then if you haven't paid?
It's usually around this time of year where I start using it.
No, it's a subscription where you pay and you have access.
Oh no, I don't. I've never paid anything to them. I've only watched their YouTube videos.
Money supporting is when you draw the line.
no,
Because he got ad block too, so he's not even letting them get their YouTube ad revenue.
see that? Now that's cap. I always give my YouTube creators their ad revenue and my Twitch streamers. I sit through all six ads.
You ain't got no choice
Damn.
really on Twitch.
If you got YouTube Premium, does it count? the
Yeah.
ads?
Yeah, it
okay,
does.
okay.
That's
So
why
I
if you go
support
through
all
your
my people.
if you go through your analytics, it says money made from YouTube Premium.
And Twitch Turbo.
yeah,
Like
does the same
$15
thing?
a month. I love Twitch Turbo, not an ad, but like I don't subscribe to many Twitchers.
So it just gives them the ad money instead of like sub money.
When an ad gets played, they get paid. They get the same amount of ad money as if I saw the ad, but I don't have any ads.
Oh, okay.
How much it costs?
$15 a month.
$15 a month.
You got it?
Nah,
That's
I
like
just- I
subscribing
usually
to your
just-
3 favorite creators.
I usually just subscribe to the creator.
Yeah, that's fair too. I think it probably gets
How many
them
people
more
you
money.
subscribe to?
Check. Because
Just
you know
curious.
some of them expire.
You can.
They're-
Because like I've
they're
probably
auto-read.
Yeah.
canceled my subscriptions.
You just don't rock with them no more.
Yeah.
Dang, they didn't
You one of
follow.
those. You a follow, unfollow.
You definitely
type
got to
guy.
go through your subs though, because it'd be people that ain't streamed that you sub to.
No
How
bullshit.
do you find out how
You
you
got to
who
go
you-
through
rap.
it though.
Like him.
all subscriptions?
Yeah. I
So-
be paying him and Kyra $5 a month.
For
They don't even
nothing.
stream.
For
You
nothing.
know, it's more than that
Xbox
now.
ain't been
It
turned
really
on in
is,
how
yeah.
many days?
I'm currently
56 now?
subscribed to Mike Been Here, PB the Plug, and Tim the Tap Man.
No, the 3 biggest Twitch creators, if you think about it.
Yeah, my subscription expired with KOT4Q.
It's probably smart. Yeah, don't re-up that one.
You still subscribe to me?
Yeah.
I appreciate that, brother. I did just get a nice little 700. the other day. I said, I ain't streamed in a minute. Where this come from?
Like you want to get back
man.
on the horse,
I'm gonna
huh?
stream, y'all. I'm gonna stream in 2 days. I'm gonna stream some MLB The Show.
Yeah, okay. I like that. I might have.
No, I don't know if I'm
definitely
streaming
have to
MLB The Show. I'm gonna stream something.
You
in a
got
couple
that
days.
that controller we always talk about for MLB?
Nah,
The game circuit
I
controller.
got an extra one if you want it.
I'll try it out.
I
I'm
ordered one, but I still
struggling
had
right
the
now.
one from last.
It really just helped with the pinpoint pincher.
Oh,
I feel like it's smooth too, like even batting wise.
I'm about to take my PCI off because it's just distracting me, bro. I'm struggling right now. I am struggling.
I'm trying to find
bad.
my right
I keep
PCI
starting on
too.
my road to the show because I'm struggling in high school. I'm doing good, but I want to be doing great. I'm
Right.
trying to be hitting home runs, and I feel like I'm just
High school pitchers can't even be that fast, right?
no.
They
That's
throw
what's
like
throwing me
90.
off.
Yeah.
They throwing 90 in high school?
I'm missing because it's so slow.
Oh,
I go from Diamond Dynasty facing 100 miles per hour, then I get to high school and it's a 78 miles per hour. It's just
That sound crazy.
so I'm probably gonna stay off Diamond Dynasty for a while and just lock in. But yeah,
Are we ready
you got
to
the show?
get? He ain't turned on his Xbox in 56
Oh,
days.
you're right.
You need to just turn it on and turn it off. That's a bad look to not be on the Xbox for that long. Would y'all agree?
He's on the
To
PC
not have
now.
a second job.
He
yeah.
is a PC guy though.
We still ain't got that food review.
I got the thumbnail this morning. It's all set.
Okay. Well, be looking out for.
When did you do that? When did you go to?
It's
when
about
did
a
you
month ago
record it?
now.
In Disney, 3 weeks ago?
Come on, man. You definitely need to be on the Xbox if you ain't out here grinding on the channel.
I want to start back Twitch streaming too. Because I'll be on late at night anyway.
I'm gonna tell you what. I'm gonna say what a.
Please do. I
And it-
love watching your streams.
Me too. An incredible point guard in Hinsdale South history said to a coach one time, "What's stopping you?"
My drive.
Speaking of that, let's get into drop the mic.
A new generation of Toyota drivers are here, and they want you to know one thing. You can't stop my drive. Toyota, let's go places. Today's Drop the Mic presented by Toyota. How many teams do you think can confidently say they'll be satisfied with a first round exit?
Oh,
Say it's close. Obviously, you don't want no sweep, but
Yeah.
say you do end up losing in the first round. How many teams that will be okay with that?
That's a good
Detroit's the
question.
number one team that comes to mind just because they hold their entire season is deemed a success no matter how it ends.
You said the Pistons?
Yeah, the Pistons.
Okay.
There's no way anything more is just cherry on top. They've literally went from being the worst team in the league last year to
Come back, Austin.
yeah, they went from being the worst team in the league last year to being the 6th seed. So anything extra is just a cherry on top for me. Other than that, the Pacers went to the conference finals last year.
They would
I
not
know
be
that-
satisfied with first
No,
round.
exactly. They wouldn't be satisfied with it. But also, I wouldn't deem their season a complete failure if they were to. Atlanta and Orlando, maybe. They
Right.
definitely first.
The Eastern Conference playing teams, it's like
Yeah.
we don't have a chance in most of these series anyway. So I guess. I mean, Orlando Magic go to the playoffs and lose in the first round. Everybody still says this is not a successful season.
I agree.
Yeah.
Atlanta Hawks do it. This is what they've been doing every year for like 5 years now.
And they seem to be very happy with it.
They're okay with it. But this one feels maybe different than some of the other ones. if
The
that makes
Clippers are a team that also might be deemed okay. Just because realistically, I think they overachieved. I think them not having Kawhi for a big chunk at the beginning, and then James Harden had this miraculous season where he did pretty much keep them afloat until Kawhi came back. And them being the 8th seed, I mean, do they really? They probably mentally feel like they have a chance against OKC, but realistically, they don't really
I think a
have a
big
chance.
part of what they're trying to do too with the new arena is just like keep people in the arena. So them extending their season for an extra 4 games, I think would be
Yes.
a W for them.
I think they probably won't see it as success because earlier in the season they were a high seed. Like if they had been 8th seed all around, like, oh yeah, we the scrappy young team that's doing it, or a scrappy team. But they were at one point the 4th seed.
Yeah, they were.
And if we go into the playoffs as the 8th seed and lose in the first round, you're like, damn, we started off so good, but we finished so weak that they can't. I don't think they look at it and be like, yep, thumbs up.
It's a hard question for me to answer because I don't feel like anybody's gonna be happy with a first round exit.
I mean, nobody's gonna be happy, but I think in the grand scheme, if the Rockets lost in the first round, depending on where they finish regular season wise, we'd be like, they were on the outside looking in. They're probably gonna host a playoff series.
Yeah.
But then again, if they're hosting, that means they got upset. So
yeah.
it's tough, man. I mean, nobody's like, yes, we did it. The Pistons is a good call. Worst team, longest losing streak. The fact that they're in the playoffs and not like a play-in team, losing the first round, I think you feel good about that.
Yeah.
I would have said that, but I see the way they play. I see how people respect them. In my mind, they gon' depending on who they match up with, they gonna think that they can win. If they play my Knicks in the first round, they gonna go in there thinking that they have a chance. And I've seen other people say that about them too. Now I do agree. Obviously, they're not gonna beat no Celtics or anything like that. But I guess not in hindsight, but in totality, it was a successful season for them, sure. But even like the Hawks and them, man, you should just miss the playoffs.
For a team that's been in that
But they
same
don't have their own
position,
pick, so.
Oh, true.
I
Spurs.
feel the same way though, P.
So yeah, I
teams that's
guess
been
the
in that
answer is the
position.
Hawks. If they don't have their own pick,
Yeah, we're not giving up a lottery
Yeah.
pick. We're not giving up potentially Cooper Flag.
Yeah, the Hawks would be my answer. Because I think the Rockets, the Pistons, they ain't hang on by a thread to make it. They actually like exceeded expectations and exceeded it some more. That they like, man, we could do something.
Yeah, I think
Especially the Rockets.
especially like
They were number 2 out west.
if the Pistons can extend a series, that would be deemed extremely successful. Like if they could just not get swept by the Knicks, well, it seems like it's pretty locked that they're probably gonna play the Knicks.
I don't know. Is
Unless
that
they
locked?
climb up a little bit
Yeah,
more.
they got a chance
Yeah,
to climb.
that's close actually. That 4, 5, 6 is pretty close. So
So it'll be like a competitive 6-game or a competitive
Yeah.
7-game series. You like, yep. Just like the Orlando Magic last year.
Yeah.
Competitive 7-game series. You felt great about that. And then things happen for them. But you know what I mean.
yeah, yeah.
As
they can steal
us,
a game
as
or two.
basketball fans, their season is already a success.
Yeah.
But for themselves, I'm sure seeing themselves do more than what they probably thought makes the expectation go up a little higher because they've competed and hung with some of these teams in that area. So
And they beat teams by 50 like last night. 127-81 to the Pelicans. And Zion had almost half the team points. Shout out to Big Z. Bro, I tuned into this game because it tipped off. It was all 7 o'clock tips for Central, but they tipped off like a couple minutes before.
Yeah.
I ain't planning on watching this game. I'm gonna be honest with you. The Pelicans are not a fun watch other than Zion. But I'm like, let me just watch the first couple minutes until Pacers versus Timberwolves tip off.
Yep.
Man, when I tell you in the first 30 seconds, Trey Murphy gets injured, bro. And it's such a freak accident where he dives on the floor. Asar Thompson is running to go get the ball. He's like this trying to get the ball, and Asar ran through his arm.
Oh,
and it
shit.
like
Popped it out.
And it's a torn. It came out as a torn labrum. He's out for the rest of the
was-
season.
It was a couple bad injuries. Well, Sabonis got beat up.
Yeah.
I mean, the first couple of minutes in the game, he gets like a headbutt to the eye or whatever. He has to go leave to get stitches. And then he comes back and then he rolls his ankle and then he leaves the game.
Oh shit.
Like he was literally looked beat up as he was hobbling to the locker room.
He kind of like a Iron Man type of guy.
He
you don't
is.
really see him go
Sabonis
down.
normally plays through anything, and he's usually one of those dudes that just stay on the court.
Yeah.
Didn't he? Because he even played through that cracked pelvis
Mm-hmm.
in the playoffs, right?
Crack rib, right?
No, it was
Was
pelvis.
his pelvis?
Yeah.
Golly.
Is there some like animosity in the air? It's been a lot of like little shuffles or little scuffles or whatever you call it.
I'm
I
here
don't know
for
what
it,
it
though.
is.
I mean, it's that time of the season. Everybody wants to stay positioning. and
Jocelyn.
yeah, it's all getting to that playoff mode. So it's getting extremely competitive and extremely chippy.
Because even in that Pacers game, you saw
Nembhard.
Mike Conley
Yes.
flop a little bit. Rudy Gobert didn't know that, and then he went at Nembhard. That was fun. That ended up being an amazing game as well. But let me go back to Trey Murphy III because that came out, and a torn labrum has a variety of like timelines, so we don't know exactly where he's going to sit on it. But the
Man.
season from there's 2 teams. It's
Technical foul, Darrick. Out of all the
man.
things he could have said.
Season of hell. That's all I'm going at. He was having his best year of his career. It's like, 15 games left?
Yeah.
But I'm thinking about how long it may take him into next regular season to get
Yep.
healthy. And he came into this regular season unhealthy. So
DeJounte Achilles, what it's going to be for him
Yeah.
next season. Yep.
it's just like, I don't even know what you do at this point.
Yes.
You might have to trade Zion. When looking at Zion and seeing him how he's been, I was off that train.
Yeah.
But if you're going to come in next season and it's no DeJounte,
You
no
don't want to
Trey
redo
Murphy.
the same thing next
Exactly.
So
like,
essentially, yeah, you would be putting this off for a whole nother season.
And
Yeah.
what's Herb's injury? Does Herb has the same exact injury, right?
A torn labrum?
Did he tear his labrum
He
too?
do have a shoulder injury. I don't know if it's a torn labrum though. It has to be if he's been out this long though, right?
He been out since January 8th, torn rotator cuff. So it's different, but same areas.
Okay.
and torn rotator cuff. I have no idea
luckily,
what that looks like.
not that we want any injuries, he's already been hurt. So
Yeah.
he should be good by the start of the season.
Right. 9-month timeline makes
But
sense.
man, yeah, if you come in and you're having the same type of season next year, unless you're going to be fully committed to playing Zion every single day and a team of him, Herb, Eves Missy, year 2, whoever you get in the draft, CJ McCollum if he's still there. If you still got a solid enough group to keep them afloat while those other guys, but then it's like when they get healthy, they still need time to get readjusted. These injuries are tough injuries to come off of because even when you quote unquote cleared to play, you got to catch up and get your rhythm.
Especially
and
an
time down.
Achilles injury.
And I still don't even
yeah.
like it for them next season because they could be in the situation where they're, like you said, they're keeping afloat. Somebody comes back, and just how their luck always goes. Somebody else finna go down for a small period
True.
of time. This should just been an ongoing thing for the Pelicans. And at this point, I really wouldn't know what to do.
And Zion can't play back-to-backs. So you're going to miss him for at least guaranteed.
Right
some
now,
period.
15 games or so.
Right now, right?
I think that's going to continue into next season, too.
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised at this point.
It just sucked for them because Zion, it finally looked like the Zion that you want to get, and now it's like.
And he seems like he wants to play back-to-backs. He said,
Yeah, he
I
did
play
say
for the
that.
Pelicans. They make the decisions.
Right.
And so it's not like he's personally going out and saying he doesn't want to play back-to-back. So maybe they should add some more leniency towards that
Tough
and allow him
job,
to
man.
play.
It's
'Cause
tough.
I think about it like this. Hypothetically, they are completely healthy. What is their ceiling?
We
Going
don't-
into the season, did you feel like they were going to be a top 5 seed?
It's
No,
hard-
not,
no,
right?
but I didn't see this. I didn't know I was
Yeah,
going to see
yeah,
the
for
Zion.
sure.
So now that I see the Zion, it makes me feel like if they was completely healthy,
that
man,
he would take them to the next level.
Yeah,
Hell
I mean,
yeah.
yeah, with all their pieces, this is a very deep and talented team. So it's kind of hard to. I wouldn't say they championship contenders or nothing, but they definitely one of those respectable teams in the conference.
Because I think that's the type of conversations that you're having if you run the Pelicans right now. Like, we will get healthy one day. One day it might happen.
But what
do
if
we
that
believe
day-
our ceiling is high enough that we will keep these assets that we're sitting on right now?
No, I don't think they can have that mindset because they don't have a Rockets team. If you are the Rockets and you're young and the money ain't kicking in all the way for everybody yet, then you probably have a little leeway. But you committing how much money to DeJounte Murray? How much money
DeJounte
CJ
got a bag,
McCollum?
CJ got a bag. Trey Murphy
Trey
just signed
Murphy?
his extension to Zion.
Zion?
And I think Zion's money's going to turn guaranteed after the season.
Well, CJ is also on the last year of his deal next year,
Right.
so at least you could say we'll be able to wash our hands of that. That's $30-some million coming off the cap.
And do what though?
No, I'm just
Yeah, I think it's either extension or trade. for
yeah,
CJ.
yeah. No, next year he's probably not gonna stay on the team, especially because that's gonna be the cheapest it descended, so it got slightly.
I hear
cheaper.
you. I just don't know what you're getting for CJ McCollum. That's
Yeah.
going.
Yeah.
I feel like he might just get an extension.
Me too.
Honestly, I thought he was going to be moved before the deadline, the way he was playing.
Yeah, he at one point he was playing really good ball. Right now, don't ask because I don't really know what he's.
Well,
going
let me
through.
not say that because it depends on what they draft this year.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on what I could see them drafting somebody at his position and then he gets traded. But then again, it's like, what are you getting back for CJ McCollum? Which is probably why you didn't trade him.
Unless you had like Jordan Hawkins kind of take that role.
And I was listening to the broadcast like a week or so ago. What's our boy name on the call? Antonio Davis.
Antonio Daniels.
Antonio Daniels. He was saying like, yeah, man, Hulk. He kind of running out of time to show us if he's gonna be a part of this core. He said that live in the broadcast. I was like, damn.
That's kind of tough because, again, like earlier this season, he was doing a lot of
Yeah,
production.
first couple
for them.
weeks he was really nice with it, and then
All right.
he also got injured
Trade
at one
him.
point.
Trade him if you want to. Somebody else. He gonna look good. He gonna be a guy you trade. He gonna be looking like Quentin Grimes somewhere.
Sheesh, Quentin Grimes, man. Quentin
Quentin
Grimes.
Grimes.
He has been yesterday, 45, 44?
46, I think.
46.
46. And
Nasty.
some of the shots he was taking were
Was
like just the
ridiculous.
toughest shots you
Yes.
can imagine.
He should have had 48.
What he missed. Or
He had missed the dunk.
Oh,
Oh,
no,
yeah,
I don't
he
know.
literally.
He
It's
did.
crazy. I was like, it's crazy to see somebody who missed a dunk that early in the game just finish off with such a crazy performance. It just don't even. It don't seem real. You saw that first bucket, but I was like, he ain't on shit.
bro, they were sending two bodies, and he would sidestep shoot over them.
Yes.
And he got such a high release point for a guard. It's like some of them shits was not even really contested, bro. And he was so much on the heater that he didn't trust anybody else on the team
Yes.
to take the shots.
It was a
Yeah,
it was
he
a point in that overtime where he was double teamed in the corner.
and he still stepped back for the three.
The defender went past him.
Is that the one that swirled out?
Yes, and I was like, he saw that one defender went
Hey.
past. He was like, bet. only got one.
I couldn't believe what I was watching. And I didn't watch this whole game because that
Same.
shit was.
Why would I?
But boy, he got to the point he was bringing it up and shooting, and it was going in like on some. He got takeover. His jump shot's so pretty and pure. That's why I was always frustrated those years with 2K gave him some
They
bullshit.
gave him that super slow jumper.
Come on, man. But yeah, last night was former Knicks night, man.
Yeah,
Former
Obi
Knicks
Toppin,
night.
game winner.
Hey,
Yeah, Obi Toppin was crazy.
No, before the game winner.
Oh, he's had a full complete.
He was just knocking threes
Yes,
down.
he hit
like
what,
it
8
was
threes,
nothing.
8 or 10, I think.
It was crazy.
Yeah.
And that was a game I was like, I'm not going. Once I found out that they were out with like 3
Yeah, the
starters,
starters,
I was like, I don't know if I want to watch
yeah.
this game. I'm so happy I stayed tuned to that one, man.
Me too, because
It was a fight.
at the end was turned up in that third, man.
We saw 2 upsets. No, didn't we see 2 upsets
Yeah,
yesterday?
it was the Nuggets one.
Yes, the
Yes,
Nuggets
without
upset,
Jokic.
and then the Pacers upset.
But the Pacers one was so crazy. That's one of them ones where you just like, yeah, we was in that spot, but this man hit them back-to-back threes like that. and then the first 3 wasn't even like, it was like 1 second on the shot clock. Like there was time to pass or make an extra move. Like he literally just shot and it went in off glass. That's the type of stuff you like, we got to live with that.
Yeah, and then the Nuggets, Russell Westbrook was.
Love when they let Brody rock out.
I love
man.
watching Brody just rock out. He was out there facilitating his ass off, bro.
He was.
And then he hit a couple threes.
Yes, he hit a
and
couple
was
threes.
doing
He
his
was
going
thing.
But you know what,
Yeah.
KB?
Hey, that's it.
KB,
They need to put that on
this is
2K.
a game I low key like. I was like locked in on for some reason, and I wasn't really
Because
paying
they came
attention
out
to
the
the
gate
box
on
score.
fire.
They
Yeah.
did. Aaron Gordon
Was in his
Gordon.
bag.
I don't even explain like how he had that type of game, but like I wasn't even watching the box score until after I looked what Russ shot, and I'm like, you couldn't tell he shot 5 for 6, 5, whatever he shot.
But
I didn't even know. What did he shoot? 5 for 16? You
Bro,
said?
it might have even been worse.
yeah, it was something. He was.
It might have been like
he was on his shit. I don't care what that was.
You could tell, Mike, because he had the double without points first.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he did.
He had like 2,
It took him a
11,
late
and
3 to
10.
get the triple double.
Yeah.
He hit a 3
Yeah,
in
because
the
he
game,
finished with
yeah.
like 12. Hold on, I'm checking how much he
I
had.
knew they was gonna win when Michael Porter Jr. did that side
5 for
step.
18, 2 for 9, but he
Hey,
putting up
don't
the
matter.
and
he
Kaminga
putting up the
failed.
celebrations.
When he
No,
fell
he-
off that side step, I was like, oh yeah.
That was
This
the
gonna be
first
one of
time
them
I
nights.
felt like the Warriors looked small.
Yeah,
Like they
did.
gave up a lot of offensive boards in that
from
game,
Aaron
man.
Gordon.
They
John
had-
Conchar was down there getting some.
Who?
John
Nah.
Conchar.
John Conchar played for the Grizzlies.
Victor.
Victor Conchar. My bad.
That was my first time seeing him since he hurt himself.
Yeah, they said that was his first made bucket in a long time. I forget what they said, how many weeks they said.
When he hit a 3, I'm like, oh yeah, this is a wrap.
He got a couple big offensive
This
boards.
is a wrap, man.
They were down, man. Like
Bro.
I was looking forward to this game because I'm like, I want to see the Warriors play against a good big, and then we found out that there's no yoke, and I'm like, damn, man, it's about to be boring, and they still came out. and
Aaron, there was I knew the game was like just one of them games when Aaron Gordon took a 3 in transition.
hey, he's
And it
really
was-
been knocking it down.
It
this year
was money,
too, bro.
It was money. He went right to the corner and just shot. And it was just like went right in. I'm like,
I love when you hear
That's the
sometimes the
shot you wouldn't
coaches
give
mic'd
up.
up because in this game, Steve Kerr was like, before the game, we planned for Jokic and we told y'all to watch the back doors. He's not here, but y'all still giving up the back doors.
Russ had one pass to, it might have been Aaron Gordon, like a backdoor on on like the block. And when I promise you, the window for that ball to
Yeah.
fit was perfectly basketball size. Like he had no wiggle room on either side, but Brody got that ball in. And, oh man,
if both sides is turning the ball over, but like
Yeah, they
the
were.
Warriors late had some depth, like Steph especially.
Steph Curry tried to throw a lob to Jonathan
Oh,
Kaminga.
yes.
And Kaminga wasn't.
Bro,
I was like, what the hell are you
was
doing?
so-
You know
that
how you
was-
ever see somebody get mad, they
That's
turn the
you.
ball over, and then like so Steph turned the ball over, he come back up, he mad, so he get at the ball the extra pound dribble.
Right, yeah.
He throw a nice little pass, it get turned over again.
That was the dumbest turnover. Why he always do nut ass turnovers?
I don't know. Because I always think about the behind the back.
To Clay?
To Clay. For no reason. What were you doing?
I mean, I guess maybe he wanted to really give Kaminga his highlight, I guess. But
Time
ain't
and
no
place.
time for highlights at that point.
Look at us teaching Steph Curry how to play basketball. But overall, I think we had a banger night of basketball.
We did.
We got the Bulls getting a win in the against Utah. Now we are the 9th seed. We're hosting the playing game.
Bro, that's
So crazy.
it's so crazy. Yeah, I peeped that last night when I was checking the standings. I'm like, ain't no way.
Hey, the Heat, no joke, or like real life tanking.
The funniest stuff ever,
They-
man. They was like 49, 47. A Heat fan was like, "Them trash ass Knicks, bad money." Like he tweeted me multiple times. I'm like, all right, bet. After I said bet, the Knicks started killing them. He tweeted me WTF. He said, just drop the cash out. I'm like, man, you can keep your little tier. Help y'all get somebody in free agents.
It is funny to see like the teams that are really going for it, because even last night in the Jazz game, the fourth quarter came around and only one starter played in the fourth quarter for the Jazz. They were down by 12, but they said, we're not even going to get us a chance for us to come back. And then you see the Toronto Raptors do this every game as well. They still winning because their schedule is so easy, where like Scotty Barnes won't play an entire fourth quarter and so on and so forth. Teams are going for it.
It's kind of crazy because like the Nets literally can't take for whatever reason. Even when they tried,
It's not near
guys
the name.
just gonna come out there and hoop.
Yeah.
I saw a game Keon Johnson had like 22, 4 and 5, 4 out of 6 from 3. I'm like, yeah, I don't blame you. Show off, bro.
Yeah,
He
you
hit
got
4
to.
threes. You in
Exactly.
trouble.
A
If
lot
Keon
of those
Johnson
dudes,
start making his threes, boy, with his athleticism.
they still out there playing for contracts.
Yeah, no, that's the real thing. Because that's when people say, because I tweeted something just jokingly like, hey, man, Quentin Grimes trying to get that pickup to OKC. And people like, he on a contract here. I know, motherfucker. I'm just making a joke. Of course he's out there trying to get his bag. And he's going, like, I think about, maybe I'm just an extreme optimist. But Maxey, McCain, Quentin Grimes, whatever's left of Paul George and whatever's left of Joel Embiid, you could get optimistic for next year.
Oh, for
if you
sure.
keep your pick.
The
top
Sixers
6
definitely have
pick.
something to look forward to. I mean, they have an MVP on the back end, so they just have to wait. Unfortunately,
It's so insane for them to have so many like exterior things work.
yeah.
Drafting Maxey late in the first round.
Yep.
McCain after the lot, I think it's like picks number 16.
Bring Gershon from overseas.
Gershon from overseas. Quentin Grimes, just like Caleb Martin has guaranteed money for like $30 million for the next 3 years. They just gave him away because he wasn't know nothing for Quentin
What
Grimes.
percent of Embiid do you think it needs to be for them to have that type of chance?
80.
Yeah.
Just 80?
What
87.
chance to do what?
Just to at least be competent enough to like
60.
60?
Really?
Just his presence alone.
Yeah, because he's always on demand a double
Teams
team.
are still guarding him as if he was 2 years ago, Joel Embiid, in the however many games he played this year.
If he did what Zion is doing,
Every other game.
they'd be in the playoffs right now.
And I say Paul George, he don't got much on his plate because he got McCain, Maxey, and Quentin Grimes.
So now you pay him $200 million to be the fifth option.
Y'all think they will financially be able to keep? Will they financially be able to keep Quentin Grimes and Gershon?
Not Gershon, I don't believe. Because Gershon's gonna get paid.
He is,
I think they'd be able to retain him at his current value of $5 million.
but he's outplayed that
He's
significantly.
outplayed $5 million. Quentin Grimes restricted, so
So, yeah,
no matter what,
yeah.
they
You
can
can
match
go over.
that. And I don't know what that money looks like. Is it which I think $17, $18 million a year for Quentin Grimes?
Cam
'Cause you can't-
Thomas
you
just
can't
said he
get-
want 22 to 25.
it's crazy too because I don't know how much Gershon
15.
outplays that contract if Joel Embiid is healthy for the year. They
Who
had
would
him
you-
running
who
a
would you-
lot of center.
Who would you get 90 million to? Quentin Grimes or Patrick Williams?
I've never seen Patrick Williams score 30. So Quentin Grimes has dropped 40 in 2 weeks 3 times. So
Pat Williams never dropped 30.
no, I'm sure he has, but is it memorable? Matter of fact, I would guess his career high is
I got
20,
you. I already
24.
got you. I already got
Everybody
you.
guess career 24.
I'll go 32.
I'll say 28.
29.
Damn. I'll give him slightly
No,
above 30.
no, I know exactly what game it was. It was the last game of the
Oh,
season
no,
2
yeah, he had
years
that-
ago. He had like 33.
Yeah, no. He had more than 33, right? He had like 39, 41 or something.
You were right on point. April 10th, 2022, 35 points.
35 points.
Okay.
The last game of the season. That's last game of the season.
Do you
get
remember
hyped.
Do you remember the team? It was a West team. And I want to also remind you in this game, he didn't just have a 35. He had a nice 4 rebounds, 4 assists too.
He is 6'8". 4 rebounds is not a precedent. Who was it? I don't remember who
It
it
was the
against.
Timberwolves.
Okay.
Okay.
I know.
Did the Bulls win?
I don't know. I didn't have the box.
I bet
score.
nobody played in that game for the Wolves. It was goddamn.
No. They
Luka
had
Garza.
to. No, they had to. Because remember, it was like a 1-game difference between the first seed
I
and
thought it was 2 years ago, not last year.
It was 2022.
Yeah, that was a
2022.
couple years
so
ago.
this is before they were top of the world good. But yeah, I do remember that game for Patrick Williams now, very, very vaguely. And then you get so hyped, bro. This is something that happened to me in baseball when I first started. Where like you play like shit for an entire. This is my first year of baseball. Play like shit the entire year. I'm like 9 or 10 years old. Didn't get a hit. Last game of the season, I get 2 hits.
that's it.
And
Yeah.
now I'm like, I got to wait a whole another year to get back into baseball mode. I bet that's how Patrick Williams feel. I got to wait 6 months to play another game of
Kevin, this
basketball. You probably
game-
forgot how to play.
This game don't count.
Who else is playing?
I
it
mean,
no-
the
it's a
starters
no-go playing?
The starters played like 15 minutes for the
Oh, he
Timberwolves.
said this game don't count.
Nathan Knight was their leading scorer.
Ooh, Nathan Knight. Okay.
Big
He had
fella.
7 seed.
Nathan Knight, one of them people that got a look here face with a big ass body. I
He
feel the
did,
same way about
yeah.
Thomas Bryant. Thomas Bryant got
Yeah,
that
he
dunk.
does.
and he's
He
like,
do.
He do.
He's like a
Thomas
little
Bryant
ass
do got
kid.
that.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been optimistic about the 76ers going into like every season for the last 5 years. So maybe I'm just
I mean,
dramatic.
it's hard not to. They got Joel Embiid.
But even like, y'all expect Joel Embiid to be back to his MVP level? No, right? After the potential surgery that he has to go through, I can't expect him to maybe not even play a lot next year. If they got to break a pelvic bone for his knee, I can't expect him to be like, yep, October 16th, I'm back.
I
They're
don't.
gonna try to
yeah.
trade Paul George this offseason. Maybe that'll let him just.
That's
sit.
such a bad contract, but I know it's not impossible. But
Yeah, what do y'all think that looks like?
Yeah,
It has
who-
to be a team that's just like, give me 2 first-round picks.
yeah,
and I'll
he would
get
have to
that.
go to a team that's essentially just like would be willing to absorb a bad contract, and I don't know who that is.
It's Danny Ainge.
Laurie yeah,
Could he go
take
to
on Laurie marketing.
Sure.
Could he go to the Pistons?
Nah, Pistons gonna have to pay
Nah.
Jay Nivey.
Yeah,
I don't think they want to wrap up their books that much because they're already good, right? I think it's like a bad team. It's
Brooklyn.
like Brooklyn has a lot of cap space.
Tobias Harris goes back to Philly.
And this
You
time
said
they
Brooklyn?
appreciate him.
We missed you, man.
but no, the Laurie marketing might be that'll be a much better.
I
fit.
guess it depends on what they
It
believe
is
in Larry
one
Martin.
thing.
Did
if-
Paul George want a no trade clause
He
from the
did.
Clippers?
He did.
That's probably why.
Yeah. I'm thinking about other teams. It's like, it's not a lot, man.
It's literally, I think it's literally just Utah, right?
It's like Utah.
I think some people
Are the
would
Miami
convince.
Heat going to be
I think
interested?
some people would convince themselves on Paul George still.
I could see that.
The name itself still hold that value a little bit.
He's not Paul George. It ain't like Paul George just terrible basketball play. He just was hurt. The Sixers season all was shitty, and I think that made it all worse for us. But I think in the right idea, if you do have the ability, I'll tell you this: if the Suns, for whatever reason, could have given the Sixers Bradley Beal for Paul George, I bet they would have did it. Well, I take that back because you almost at the end of the road with Bradley Beal.
Yeah.
So you probably Suns is probably like let's
They
just
don't
get
want
I think
another
they
bad
probably
contract.
still would do it though. Forgetting about the contract, just saying we believe that Paul George's ceiling is higher than Bradley Beal's ceiling.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
If you the Heat, are you?
The Heat are different
Trading
because
for
they
him?
got Paul George don't come in there and do shit.
Bam Adebayo's next like money kicks in 2 years. It's $50-something million a year.
I think Paul George has to go somewhere where he could boost you up. Like hypothetically speaking, I don't know how it would work because I don't know their money situation off the top of my head. But if you had, well, that's a horrible idea because of the injuries there. But hypothetical world where nobody's hurt, Paul George on the Mavericks would be decent.
Yeah, with Kyrie and
Kyrie,
Anthony Davis.
Anthony Davis, he'll be all right because
Yeah,
you're
he
not
would.
asking him to be what you thought he was going to be with the Clippers.
Yeah.
But when you take in consideration Anthony Davis is hurt, Kyrie is hurt, Paul George is
I think
hurt.
it's
They gonna
such a
play
similar,
7 games.
Yeah,
it's
that
such a
sounds
similar
stupid,
like
but
situation to
fantasy
like, what's
world.
going on with Philly now. Like
Huh.
he's
Say
supposed. It's a similar situation to what's going on in Philly now. Like he's supposed to be the alleviation when Joel Embiid was out. And
I think that's the mistake we all made.
I
Paul
think-
George can't be that when he wasn't even that in LA.
But he couldn't even get like. I think there's also just like you have to be able to put up your numbers at that point. Like at least go like Tyrese Maxey would. No matter who is out there, he's gonna get his. I think we at least expected that from Paul George in that type of situation.
That's why he shouldn't have played when he was hurt. That's why none of them should have played when they was hurt because none of it looked good. Those games, Joel Embiid didn't look his best in. It accounted for nothing. He should have just got healthy. The 76ers should have just bit the bullet, and everybody would have had a lot more time to fully get healthy, and you could have just washed your hands. But unfortunately, there is pressure in Philadelphia because they tired of having the same song and dance. But I just feel like at this point in Paul George's career, he got to be there. He need to be what Jimmy Butler is. Like Jimmy Butler with the Warriors. Jimmy Butler ain't like Jimmy Butler going crazy.
No, I see what you mean.
He just, I always wanted Paul George to be with the Warriors because I felt like they already had a system in place. They had a star player. They had toughness already. They had a culture. But like
Jimmy Butler, one of them
Sixers-
players where I feel like Him, I think Anthony Davis does it a lot too, where they could be superstars, but they can also be like superstar dirty work players where they're doing all the little things. They don't have to drop 20 a night or whatever. They can have 15, but they just doing so much impact. It feels like, superstars type thing.
And I'm not even saying he got to be the dirty work player. I just think that he can't be
He got to fill the
a
holes
guy
for
that
somewhere.
you are relied upon, how you just said. Paul George wasn't carrying the Sixers for 45 games while Embiid was out. We lied to ourselves thinking that. We just seen him with the Clippers.
Yeah, we were really optimistic about it.
Yeah, I thought he definitely had a chance to definitely keep them afloat. Because without Joel, last year they essentially had no chance of even winning games then, and they was really bad when Joel was out. Adding another all-star level talent next to Maxey, you would have think that at least now, okay, we can at least be decent if we have to rest or sit Joel for at least a decent amount of
You
time.
just convince yourself that Paul George is 3 levels above Tobias Harris, and that should be enough to win more
But
regular
even
season
in
games.
I understand the
I also
injuries,
think
but even
Embiid
just
is that important. Like
23 wins though.
The
it's
Sixers
insane.
team is not as good as we thought because we thought Embiid was playing.
For sure. I took the over because I'm like, Joel Embiid.
This is actually one of them instances where you really look where we kind of say like, if Nikola Jokic doesn't play, where do the Nuggets stand without?
We
This
also
is something
do you
to do
want
with
the other
everybody
answer?
we thought was
'Cause I
going
got
to
the
be
answer.
better was not better either. We was like, oh, they got Drummond. He can hit. He was not. That's
been
not
hurt
the
for most
Drummond
of
we
the season.
They
anticipated.
started
hurt.
O'Shea Brissett last night at center.
Uh,
I mean, Maxey was underperformed this season. I think we can agree there, right?
but I'm looking at him the same way I'm looking at Paul George. All of these guys weren't healthy because he got hurt after he was already rolling, and it wasn't the same. Paul George clearly was not healthy. Caleb Martin wasn't
Martin
healthy and
wasn't
did not look like nothing. Like this was like a crazy. Was Drummond not healthy,
I have no idea.
or was he just not?
A lot
playing
of
up to
times
par?
where I've even tuned in, he's been on the bench, and I know he's missed a lot of games. That's why I said Gershon has been doing they've
the
been
one guy that was healthy, but he snapped because he was healthy. He's been
Yeah.
healthy the whole year, right?
Gershon, I think he's been a little banged up a little bit,
Okay.
but
Well,
he's been
yeah,
playing.
probably now because he doesn't have to.
He's played 40
pick up
games
so
this
much slack.
season.
Who?
Andre Drummond.
Oh, yeah.
So
40
probably
out of
missed
what,
around
65?
20
Yeah.
something.
You asked about what the Nuggets would look like without Jokic. Obviously, we can't know 1-to-1, but we do have some advanced numbers that can showcase that. This tweet is from Borkanov. Sorry if I mispronounced that. The Thunder play like a 72-win team with Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on the floor, according to Cleaning the Glass. A 55-win team when he's off, which is still obviously pretty good. The Nuggets play like a 64-win team when Jokic is on the floor and a 17-win team when he's off.
What?
They got that one win yesterday.
And I don't want to
That's
read into it
actually
too much.
crazy.
It just shows that, hey, we're the Thunder. We built a good team. We're the Nuggets. Our bench is ass.
Yeah.
Like, that's just really what that boils down to. But 17 wins is insane.
Another team I think Paul George would be good on. I'm just throwing out a team. I'm not saying they can get him. But I think Paul George would be super good on the Nuggets. Play him with Jokic every night. You got Jamal Murray. You just be a bigger KCP. He would be good on the Lakers with LeBron and Luka. You know what I mean?
Might
just-
happen. He
They
say
will
he
not-
say he
I
want to
don't-
go back to podcasting in person with his boys. His boys live in L.A. You know, work your way to L.A., man.
I don't know if we can afford that contract.
Yeah, it's just going to cost you Austin Reeves, Luka Doncic.
No, Austin Reeves is
Did
he's
did
the
really
best
say
third
that?
option in the NBA right now.
I mean, he did say that he wanted to be back in person when he gave his announcement that he was retiring the podcast for some time. He said he wanted to lock in at the playoffs, but the forefront of all of this is he wants to be in person with his guys.
Which he'll do in the offseason, I guarantee.
Yep.
Yeah.
Paul George in Orlando.
Nah,
Could work.
I think he missed the window. I think he missed-
Financially, because now
not
you
even just financial. I'm just thinking like talent wise. I
Yeah,
don't look
I-
at them and be like, "Yep, now they're gonna be able to score more."
I like him in places where he ain't looked at to be.
The guy.
Yeah.
That's why I think that if they do trade him, it will be more like a salary dump to a bad team.
Yeah.
Paul George, maybe you get your value back up. We could flip you again in a year, but man, you got to play for the damn
The Jazz.
Jazz, the
The
Bulls.
Jazz
or
just
something
really
like
seems
that.
like the location.
The
Just because they
Bulls
have.
would be all right if Giddey playing like this. I go watch my boy.
Because Larry Marcus is a very
Torrey
intriguing
Craig
piece to
left.
see
He
next
get
to.
13.
Larry Marcus is so intriguing to see next to Joel Embiid. That just looks nice.
Is Joel Embiid gonna play?
Well, eventually.
We've been intrigued for years about
boy.
every name that got in there.
My boy Larry took the year off. He got paid and took
Bro,
the
don't
year
send
off,
Paul
bro.
George to the Jazz.
Ben
bro.
Simmons, yeah, don't do that. I don't know why they even putting that bullshit.
I
in
don't
there.
know why.
Him and
we
Isaiah
think-
Collier, y'all not interested in that?
No, they aren't either.
Yeah, they not.
The Jazz get anybody outside of anybody that they
But you know,
trade
Danny
for.
Ainge is just feasting for first-round picks. Getting
Yeah.
enough picks, I take any contract.
They gonna do this. Hey, Paul. Yeah, we're gonna look to move you. yeah. You could just stay where you at. You can do your podcast. That's exactly what they're gonna say.
Don't report with 3 years left on the contract.
We're gonna figure
We
it
gonna
out.
figure this
it
out.
out.
Telling you, man, that boy not dressing for them.
Oh man.
Whatever you could do, money deferred, like MLB, and Paul George go to the Celtics. I bet y'all wouldn't be calling him playoff Pete in.
His ass won't
Pandemic
play.
Pete in.
He will not close games.
So?
Would you rather
That's-
close with Paul George or Drew Holiday? I think that's the conversation they would have with themselves.
I guess that would probably be a game-to-game basis.
Just saying.
What's insane?
That's even like I'm being kind of serious. I'm like joking, but I'm half serious with it too.
No, yeah, I'm being serious too. It would literally be a game-to-game basis. Who's playing better this game?
Oh, man.
All right, Drew got it. Paul
Hey man,
George.
stop playing with Paul George. I sat up here far too long and I'll let y'all get y'all shit off because he's been bad this year. But
I'm
calm
not-
the fuck down.
I'm not being disrespectful.
Him not
Who's
closing
a better
the game would be
basketball
crazy.
player, Drew Holiday or Paul George?
Paul George.
Okay.
But
Okay, that's all I wanted you to say. Today, I'm giving you Drew. I'm with you. No matter how much I like a
Let's
person.
not act like Drew Holiday is lighting it up this year either, though.
Yeah,
No,
no.
but he's still a better, formidable player today. Right now, today is.
I think most people say I would rather have Drew Holiday on my team.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
it's
Which
that
is that's still insane. Last year is like, what do you? If you asked that question last year, like, bro, get off the
Yeah,
mic.
for sure.
Yeah.
Now it's like,
That's
yeah,
what
I
injuries
can
do
see
to somebody.
I hope he turned that shit around.
that. He should.
Who you telling?
Let's be optimistic. He
Like this year was just
No, real shit.
crazy year.
If
Next
I
year
had
he
money-
right back to
If
it.
I had money on it, Paul George 1,000% turns it around. This year was so the Philadelphia's everybody in Philadelphia turns it around. Everything was bad this year. Everything besides Jerry McCain, and even that he got hurt.
He got injured.
I'm
Quentin
so excited
Grimes
to see
now.
him play again.
Yeah, everything in Philadelphia. It's always sunny in Philadelphia next year. It was dull this year. Another Paul George team. The Grizzlies. Paul George will go over there and be beautiful. Ja Morant, Jaren Jackson, I'm just a vet, the guard, and can spot up and make these open perimeter shots. Oh, hell, Desmond Bain is over there.
He just hit 7 threes last night.
Paul, did you see him? Or did
I
you
didn't-
see
I
him?
just-
I'm glad
saw
you
that.
just
He
brought
was
up the
pulling up.
Grizzlies because I was thinking about a team that damn near had to take a year off just because injuries or whatever happened. The Grizzlies had that type of year and they bounced right back.
They did.
Yeah. It's just kind of
So it's
unfortunate.
definitely
Paul George
possible.
on a $50+ million contract.
Yeah, that's really
I
what
keep
So it's
forgetting
like
that
it's-
it's 50. I'm
it's-
thinking it's 40.
It's
Dang.
so hard to like just get him on like a competent, good team. Just
Yeah.
because like
He probably going to be a net for sure.
Shout out to
Yeah.
him and his agent, man. Got
Yeah.
that last big payday. Like, and it's a big
a
payday.
big
bro.
payday.
My boy tried to get it from the Clippers, though. He wanted to be situated. He do his podcast in person, good weather.
What'd you do with that much money? Like, I know that this is
Do
pre-tax money.
you follow him on Instagram?
No. Like, what does your house
He
look
do
like?
what I would do. He be seeing him on the beach
Yeah.
with his girl,
At
Rolex
All-Star
is
Weekend?
on, grabbing his girl butt.
I did see
Yeah.
that picture.
You saw that? Yeah.
That was
and-
at All-Star
and-
Weekend.
And they on Twitter acting like they mad. What? You wouldn't do the same thing? If Paul George is your older brother, you'd be like, man, you're wrong. How could you not be in the gym right now? Hell no.
Because I think about,
I'll
like,
do that shit during the game. Upload.
Now you taking it crazy. He's crazy. During the game is asking for fans to get on your ass. All-Star Weekend is different. I'm not an all-star.
right, what do you want me to do?
vacation.
I'm not an all-star. Dude, what the hell you want me to do?
Because I think about, like, Gilbert Arenas. When you told me that they shoot that show in his basement, my
Yeah.
mind was blown.
Yeah.
And he only made, in his NBA career,
Only made.
Don't
forget he has a Adidas deal that's buku bunny too.
Okay. His total, if this a load, it looked like it's about 238 million.
Okay, well, let's say he get
Only.
Does it say he get half? He got 100
Oh, I'm
million?
sorry. That is 163 million. Paul George makes that in 3 years. That's his total, according to Hoops Hype. All of his contracts added up, where you don't
I thought
adjust
he
for
got
inflation.
all right, because his contract with the Wizards wasn't what we think because it was 30 years ago.
Yeah, it was he signed a max, guys. He made $16 million a year on his
but
max
he did
contract.
get a back end deal. What was that from the Magic or
The Magic
Grizzlies?
gave him, and his last year with the Magic is 22 million.
Oh.
Damn.
Patrick Williams money, man.
But understand, think about Gilbert Arenas. You have no memory of him on the Magic.
Not really, no.
So they hooked that brother up on the way out.
So again, he made $100 million. Paul George's making $200 on this contract. And I think about how insane Gilbert Arenas' house is. Like that type of money is ridiculous.
Yeah.
If I ever
just
had
want
one
piece
of them,
of it.
if once I get my basement, because it's gonna be a thing, and I got my little man cave, I need to be one of them little jumbotrons or whatever that had.
He also got like a little wood
dopest
thing that looked like a wood floor, like the NBA wood floor.
But you got to make sure your ceilings are high enough. Because I've been trying to do stuff in our basement.
You got the low ceiling.
I got a 8.5 foot ceiling.
But nobody in there is my height.
Good catch.
Great catch.
Yeah.
I went to put a
Neymar.
simulator in my basement.
A what?
A simulator.
Oh, shit.
Damn.
Yeah.
That'll be
They're
decent.
not that expensive though. Like $4 or $5 grand.
I guess you're not installing it, I'm guessing, right?
I would have hired somebody to install it. Yeah. I'm not.
They better come install that.
I didn't know if he would do it himself.
I'm sure people do, but look at
You
me.
ain't doing that shit.
I'm not doing it. If I'm spending that much money, I want to make sure it's perfectly put in from a professional.
If I had Paul George money,
Would y'all still be? I remember Gil said he spends $10K a month on Uber Eats, and he be a little
What?
disgusted.
That's OD.
What?
That's like academics type shit.
Yeah,
Gilbert Arenas?
yeah. They was talking about it on
No,
Nightcap.
hey, don't believe shit Gilbert Arenas saying, man. Gilbert Arenas is a troll.
Yeah.
10,000
You
days?
have to try to do that.
Yes.
That means he's getting like Ruth Chris Uber Eat It every
Yeah,
night.
he's probably getting like
Oh, you know what? He has a shit ton of kids.
yeah.
Okay.
So okay, I believe it because of the kid. If he was talking about for
Shouldn't he
himself,
just with $10,000 a month, bro, just hire a
as
chef,
Yeah.
and then it'd be healthier for you and could still be real good. Maybe he don't want the healthy food. He just want to eat the BS.
I think that's what Ocho or even.
Well, you got to pay for the
Janet
salary of
told
the
him.
chef and the food. This way, he's just paying for the food.
But if he's $10,000 a month,
yeah, I'm sure.
I give you $10,000 a month. That's like if you can get 6-figure chef. I'm sure you got a lot of people lining up for a 6-figure chef.
if I had a chef, I'd be looking like an action figure.
Same.
The hardest thing is to cook it.
Yeah.
I'd be like, listen, man, give me a chicken Caesar.
Especially if they're like a dietitian type of chef that
Oh,
like can
yeah.
count your macros and stuff.
Yeah.
Y'all be having a problem of figuring out what y'all want to eat too?
No, I would eat the same shit every day if I had the time to cook it.
I would just trust the person to don't even tell
Just
me what
like
you make.
surprise me.
Yeah, surprise
man.
me.
These are the things I hate to eat. Just don't make one of these, and everything else I'm game for.
Yeah, if I could do that, then hell yeah, go, have at it. I don't like this, and this, but everything else, just go at it. Yeah.
Would you rather have that? Or your chef got a menu like a restaurant. He said, just pick what you want. I got
That's
you.
not a bad
That's
idea.
not a bad idea.
Hey,
dope.
here's this week's menu. Pick what you
Yeah.
want.
Yeah,
Hell
no,
yeah.
that's dope.
No, yeah, that would be fire.
Maybe
actually.
maybe one day.
D Mills had a little.
Yeah, man, we need to start having these Jordan LeBron debates, man. Say something crazy, man. Let's fight. Let's go.
Did y'all see the Keenan Thompson, Kendrick Perkins skit from SNL?
No,
a
but
few
I
weeks
saw
back?
somebody talking about it, and they said they really thought it was Perkins for a second.
That shit was really good, man. He said something like, imagine him doing a Kendrick Perkins voice. I can't do it. I just saw Stephen A. Smith sign $100 million, so I'm just up here saying shit too. It's like, oh, that's amazing. That's amazing. Because I can imagine Perkins having that mindset for sure. $100 million, yeah, let me just start saying
You know what's
shit.
crazy? You know why the game messed up, KB?
What's up?
I don't even need $100. Hey,
Nah, it's a
all
fact.
you ESPN, y'all can clear house, man. Y'all ain't gotta give him $100 million. I'll do that shit for $7. No, that just popped in my brain because Anthony Mackie, the actor, he was just talking to what the Pivot
That's
podcast.
Clarence.
I know who it is.
That's
I know who that is.
Captain America.
But Clarence.
Your real name's
Yeah.
okay. And what was his name in that movie? It was Clarence, but it was Papa Doc.
Papa Doc, yeah, that was Papa Doc.
Horrible.
He was
Papa
so
Doc.
young there.
But he was saying, like in Hollywood with the acting, nobody gets the money that you used to see in the 90s with De Niro, Pacino, because he said, like, they'll just bring in a new guy every 5 years and he'll take the less money.
Yeah.
So it's the same thing, like, that happened with my mom. My mom used to run Targets, and they would build a new Target, and she would take her team, and they would set it up and be ready for open. But my mom was getting so high up, the money had to keep going up. They fired her.
Just got somebody new.
But I'll never
Yeah.
forget when my mom, I was
That's
young.
crazy.
I was like in middle school. And my mom got fired. I'm like, what the hell? Like, how you get fired? Like, you got your own team.
Be one of the ones, yeah.
They replaced her with somebody who was young. You give them half the salary, and then, you get the
You
same
just,
work for
keep
less
doing
money.
The same thing.
So
Dirty
it's
work,
like,
man.
hey, y'all ain't never got to pay nobody $100 million again. Because guess what? I'm young and I'll do it for less. No, I was just joking. I was just shout out to Stephen A.
That
but
man is on TV all day, every day.
Yeah,
I'm
no,
gonna
I
need
ain't
$100
gonna
million
lie.
for that.
On
Golly.
everything, too.
On everything. I was surprised yesterday when he wasn't at the
All
table with
the-
Perk and them.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, what
Did
he
y'all
at?
see? I put in the chat when he was on Gil's Arena and he had a security. Like
Yeah.
he didn't tell him to come around, but like
yeah,
I don't know
think
why.
Gilbert and them set that up.
Yeah.
But
Truly a showman, man. That was a good episode.
Yeah, I like that.
I don't even get to watch Gil's show, but that was one I wanted to watch. And they,
And you know, Stephen A. is also on. He on that show. What's it called?
Young and the Restless.
It's something like that, but that ain't what
It's like a
called.
soap opera, though.
Yeah, it's a soap
Yeah.
opera. It's like
How many hours does he have a day? He
That's a
does
good
his
question.
show, all of the shows.
But I
on
watch,
ESPN,
I
he's
watched his
been acting.
podcast. He was like, Kenyon Martin and them brothers. They wanted me on that show. But I'm gonna do it. I got this time and that window. But then after that, I gotta go film. Cause I'm on whatever it is, Chicago PD, 6 o'clock Friday. Yours truly, baby. Yeah, I am a man that's out there getting that bag. When Stephen A. getting that smooth bag and that don't play with me bag.
Will he ever have time to enjoy his money? 'Cause he's always on the
man,
clock.
I know he enjoying that money. You saw he had that video talking about asses.
Oh yeah.
No.
You never see.
I don't think
KB,
so.
there's no way.
I
I know
remember
people
it
who
a
don't
little
watch
bit, yeah.
sports that know that video.
It's old?
It went
Yes.
viral. Yeah.
He's talking about a woman's ass, like what he like.
Yeah.
It's no way he never seen that before. It's no
Maybe.
way he ever seen that before.
Maybe I have.
I think
it's not
wasn't it
bringing
one
back
like a question he was posed?
Yeah,
Yeah,
somebody
he
asked him. He ain't just,
yeah.
He ain't just
Okay.
go out of
'Cause
nowhere.
I just Googled Stephen A. Smith ass, and now I'm thinking about
Ooh,
how messed up that
yeah.
Google
The
search
results
is.
probably was crazy.
I didn't click on images, so
Maybe it's not ass. Say butt or booty.
I mean that's still gonna freak up some questions.
Stephen A. Smith booty. I just YouTube.
Y'all are crazy.
The video not popping up. He was on some panel, man. The comments gonna know what I'm talking about. I can't believe I just did it after you. And videos of him and LeBron are still popping up.
You know what's crazy? My YouTube is linked to like all the TVs in the house.
Oh yeah,
So they might be going to look at Miss Rachel, and the number one search is gonna be Stephen A. Smith ass.
Stephen A. he's a powerful man. He might have got that off the YouTube now. That video used
That's
to
what
pop
he's in
up,
that
bro.
mood
He was
for.
like on a speaking panel. It had nothing to do with sports. And somebody asked him, you feel me? And that's even this. You ever seen this one? When he talking to the lady in
Yeah.
he being super smooth. Stephen A, bro, I love when you smooth and I love when you mad. So if I was your friend, I either hype you up, we'll be going out, or I'll be trying to low-key piss you off to get you in that mode. He say, LeBron didn't step to me as an angry player. He was in an upset pain.
Yeah, when he dropped them octaves a little bit and start talking slow, it's like, oh, he about to say something. Because then sometimes he'll start to gear himself
Yeah.
up, he'll rile himself up, and then get to the angry.
Molly,
him.
let me say one more thing before we get to break. Here's the thing with these cats. They don't know that I've covered the NBA for 25 years. I started off as a beat writer for the Philadelphia
He'll tell you his
76ers.
story. Oh my God, he'll tell you his
And
story.
then I went over to ESPN. We've been number one worldwide for 13 years straight. And these cats have the audacity to say that I'm making up something. Here's a point that I want to get to before we get to commercial break. Shannon, give me 1 second. Because what they're not going to do is step to a brother like me. I sat with the Allen Iversons and the Kobe Bryants, God rest his soul. Second best shoe guard of all time, give you 35.
Oh no, cut it out because he be doing that shit. Like, get to the point, bro. Because he would definitely go accolade hunter. Yeah, I was
Out
there
of
in
nowhere.
2001 when Allen Iverson stepped over Tyronn Lue. So I know the brother. Like,
Bad cat. Dude, I'm
Pound
talking
for pound, 100 and nothing.
Cat was running from this dude, Shannon. Running from him.
go
Cat,
so long you forget what he about to make a point about. Like, are we talking about Allen Iverson or what?
fourth greatest shooting guard of all time, but still served the table when his co-star was out. I say all that to say, when you have a guy like Kevin Durant, an Olympic gold medalist,
It's that old say
that's
two
definitely
good
a
things
skill.
about somebody, so when you say something negative, it don't feel like it's negative.
you have a brother like him tee up with a bad brother like Drew Holiday, they could go out and win the West. But this is where I leave you. you don't want to make an enemy out of it. That was the one. Shout out to Stephen A. Smith, man. I love when Stephen A. get teed up, man.
Maybe he'll get teed up eventually.
Hey,
He will.
Hey, for sure. But y'all don't want to see that. Stephen A. come on my show, I'm hyping him up. We gonna get that cocky Stephen A. Hey man, Stephen A., you really the forefather of this shit, man. You put a lot of people wouldn't have their seat where you gonna get there.
Did y'all see what Kai Sanat was on there with him?
I didn't watch
it.
Not a second.
I didn't watch
I just
either,
know
but I
he's
seen the
there.
clips
Yeah.
that I seen
I
was
saw
on
some
there.
shit about Barbosa, and I was like, I'm cool.
Yeah,
And I
Barbosa's
was,
like his favorite player of all time.
On one of his
okay. That ain't
posts.
Barbosa. Hey, 7 seconds
He's
or less.
Kai's or
Kai's,
Stephen
yeah.
A's?
How old is Kai? Kai probably just
He
trolling.
probably like
22.
20s.
He don't know shit
young-
about no Barbosa. He trolling. He almost got me hyped up for a second.
Bro, I was checking one of his posts, and the first comments is
22?
like, "Bro, you was debating Kai Sanat. I don't
You
know
don't
why
know
you
shit about
talk."
Barbosa? No, you don't. 7
Barbosa's-
seconds are left. 2005, 2006.
Who's he coaching with right now?
Brazilian
Warriors.
Blur.
Is the Warriors?
Yeah.
Let's get into what today's episode is really about. We're going to talk about the floors and the ceilings of every playoff team. What could y'all see happening to them? And I want to say the obvious thing is everybody has a chance, but we're going to be realistic here.
Yeah.
We can't say everybody's ceiling is the championship, all right? God
For sure.
Because that's what they'll tell you.
Let's
If you
get
win, you got a chance. It's like, yeah, but no at the same
Did
time.
you get one for your
I
nice
don't know. I
seed
just wanted to
Bulls?
woo.
No, I said
man.
playoff teams.
Maybe you playoff.
Sometimes you got to get it off your chest.
Yeah.
All right, let's start off with the heavy hitters. What is the floor, in y'all opinions, of the OKC Thunder?
The floor is I think it's conference finals.
So you don't think there's a world where if right now they go against the Lakers in the second round if they lose that series?
There's a world, but I think they could take care of that series.
I think they floor is the second round. I'll say it.
Yeah, the floor is the second round for them. I'm glad that we all agree there's no way they get first round. Like a first round exit for them would be crazy to think. I feel like that eliminates everything you basically done this
The
season.
second round, to Darrick's defense, is crazy as well. if
It
I'm
is,
being honest.
Considering how dominant they've been.
Yeah, they be. I damn near don't watch them because I know what they gonna do.
Yeah,
They
they
gon-
take care of business.
They gonna take care of business easily.
That's what they did to the Bucks the other night. That shit was
Yes,
disgusting.
yes. Hey,
Disappointed in the Bucks.
I meant to speak to you because you brought up the Bucks. Hey man, they gonna have this. How has that gone so
Down.
far?
It's going down.
No, I'm saying I'm not saying it to throw in your face. I'm like, what is their record?
They record. They are currently.
because you brought no. You brought
You
up.
said they had like an 8-game stretch
Yeah,
where
yeah.
it's gonna be
Oh,
tough.
let me look up that stretch.
Because they played against them. Did they beat that Magic team? I think they beat
remember
the
they
Magic.
lost.
Yeah, they lost
the
that game.
because they're currently on a 1-game losing streak. So they did win a game in between that. Let me look at their schedule because
I wouldn't be surprised if it was 1-3 since we had brought that up.
yeah, they did have a really really tough schedule.
Because they beat the Lakers, and I think that might have been.
Yes, that's the game
Yeah,
in between.
yeah.
So when this stretch started against the Magic, which they lost to the Magic, they
That's
lost to the
what
Cavs,
I
Pacers.
they lost to the Pacers, they beat the Lakers,
They beat the
They beat the
Pacers the second
Pacers.
time.
and then they lost to the Thunder.
So they
It was
lost
like
2-4.
2-4.
Yeah,
2-5.
2-4.
Yeah, you want that Magic win, and you want that.
You want both Pacers
You
wins
want
for
both,
sure for
yeah.
playoff seeding.
Yes, because one of those games it's so stupid. They lost on that game winner to Halliburton in the corner.
Oh yes, they
The
did.
one way they could lose, they literally
Yes.
lost the game.
That is
by
the
the
game.
only way possible that they could lose. They managed to find a way to lose, and it was their best player.
Yeah, Kuzma's doing dirty stuff, like the dirty work stuff. Not dirty stuff, makes it like he's punching people in the nose. He's doing a lot of dirty work stuff, but the offense is really.
The offense, it hasn't come along, but I can see that just strictly because he just came from playing in Washington where he had the ultimate green light and he was just doing whatever
He
he
wasn't doing
wanted.
nothing over there.
And now he
was-
literally has to fall in line to Dame, Giannis, maybe even Brook Lopez some nights. So like, it's hard for him to probably find his rhythm right now.
But let's go back. Let's go back to the Thunder. Go back to the Thunder. We talk about floors and ceilings. So I'm thinking about it as like, again, ultimate floor. The worst case scenario is second round exit as well.
Yeah.
It has to break perfectly for that to happen, and it would be a huge disaster. But I don't know. I think there are some things that you convince yourself, oh, this team does this well that the OKC Thunder don't do well, and you can see that going for 7 games. I think we all agree that like, even if it's not warranted, you think about them being the youngest team. That's in the back of your mind when you come playoff time all the time. So I would go second round as the absolute floor.
And
And
then
the-
we know what the
The
ceiling,
ceiling is the ring.
NBA,
is, the,
yeah.
is the absolute championship.
clean through the NBA and get that ring.
Yeah. All right, let's go
And
to
that would be.
Chess say he wearing the ring and the do-rag.
I ain't mad. He could do what he wanted when you're a champion.
Let's
With his
go
oxtail.
to the Cleveland Cavaliers. Right now, 56-11, just lost their first game in 17 games against the Orlando Magic. What is their floor?
Based on, for them, I kind of had the same thing. I had conference finals as being the floor just because they won't meet the Celtics until the conference finals. And I just don't really see many teams. There's no teams out east that I can really see beating them in a 7-game series.
I got
with
second
the way that
floor.
they're
I got
playing.
second round.
So you like the Bucks?
Me too.
If they match up against the Bucks and they lose, that would not be the craziest surprise to me.
Oh, the Bucks, they kind of, they just. I'm losing a little hope, man. I'm sorry.
Same, Darrick.
They don't defensive rating. It says they're 11th. That shit not real.
It's
'cause
so
they can protect
wishy-washy.
the
Yeah, it's
paint.
wishy-washy.
I feel like they got good like paint protection, but otherwise
But
like
yeah,
perimeter.
that's
That's
where
where
they're
you can
like.
kind of get exposed.
Yeah,
at.
Brook Lopez and Giannis are going to protect the rim.
Right.
But realistically, they don't have any elite perimeter defenders.
Not
They,
one.
They don't have one. They have literally like a couple B- to C+ defenders. And honestly, that's just not enough. When you talk about all the other contenders that you're looking at, they all have at least one elite perimeter defender that you could probably count on to get you a stop. The Bucks don't have that. They have no one that can guard Donovan and Darius Garland throughout the series. They have no one that can guard Tatum and Brown throughout the series. Damn, not even Derek White. I don't know. They don't have nobody that can guard Jalen Brunson. This is gonna be hard. They can't stop people from getting to the paint.
They
Guards
can't-
are gonna get 2 feet in the
When
paint.
I look at the Bucks, though, I still think about what Giannis can do. We
Best
just
player in
haven't
the
seen.
season.
No,
him in a long
I do
time.
too. But I feel like
But
Giannis
this
can
the
only
thing,
take you
too.
so far.
He has a sidekick too.
He does.
Who's
But
not? That's the sidekick. That's your boy Damian
no,
Lillard.
I'm not against that.
And
but there's two
I know
sides
one
of the
thing's for
basketball.
sure. I know one thing's for sure. If Giannis is healthy, you can't single-handedly stop him with anybody. It
No.
takes a whole team effort
Yeah.
to stop him. So that's like, I don't know. I think we kind of forgetting about Giannis when it comes playoffs. He can literally go for 40, 15.
I agree.
8 assists,
I think the other
blocks.
thing to add into this too, because I agree with you. I think we have the same stance. Is it's the floor. We're not saying it's going to happen.
Right.
We're not saying it's a high chance of happening. It's just that we see a world where
It could
it
happen.
could happen.
Yeah.
I think all of us probably take the Cavs in that series.
Yeah.
But we're just doing the ceiling and floor. So with the floor, I'm damn sure don't see them losing in the second round in any shape or form. Between the Bulls or the Heat playing them, I don't see that at all, or the loser, whatever. So the floor is the second round because there's no scenario where they lose in the first round.
Yeah, I went floor second round. I'm talking 1% chance. I don't trust the Bucks at all in that hypothetical series. But the fact that they do have Giannis, the best player in the Eastern Conference, is like you have to think about it at least a little bit.
Yeah.
But the times, and it ain't always apples to apples, regular season to postseason. I've been a fan of a team that swept a team in the regular season and then lost in 5 when it got to the playoffs. Like I've seen that happen before. But they just played against each other the other night, and the Bucks weren't in the game. Ended up being a 12-point win, but it didn't feel like a 12-point win watching it live.
Don't sleep on the Pacers.
The Pacers are a good team.
Yeah,
The Pacers are
team.
good. They
Yeah, we
under
talk
the-
about the Bucks as if the Pacers can't beat the Bucks.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
not.
The
Even
Pacers
without
are-
when Halliburton is not there, if he misses a game, Andrew Nemhart steps right in.
They can still
bro.
The
win
He
games.
Pacers
steps
are
right in.
good. They deep. They underrated. They under the radar because they didn't start off good, which I think is always in favor for a team. And they have a little bit of versatility to match up with a Bucks or Cavs in like a second round. The size ain't gonna overwhelm them too much. Miles Turner can step out of the paint. Like Pascal Siakam is a good he's gonna get his shit going. It just really depends on what Tyrese Halliburton you're getting in that particular series, and then obviously the supporting cast. If you can get Obi Toppin, who probably played last night,
Right.
shit, you got a chance against anybody.
If Obi gives you one game, 70% of that, you feel so good because that's just one game you didn't have.
Yeah.
I'm going to go Cavs ceiling, though. We all agree championship. Like, this is a real-life contender team.
You like Benedict Mathurin?
Cool.
I swear, that's my real opinion about Benedict Mathurin. He cool.
That's why I asked y'all, because I was watching. I'm like, I don't really feel no way about
He get a
Benedict
couple
Mathurin.
buckets that make you go, ooh.
Yeah.
Let me text
Like, he
the
had
group
one
chat.
off high off the glass. Is that what made you send that?
No,
'Cause
yeah.
he did that, like...
that was on Rudy Gobert, remember?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he walked back like he do this shit.
And it was funny because I was like, oh, that's a terrible shot.
Me
And
too.
But then when
It went in.
I see him just doing shit, and he did do that, and I did text like, "How y'all feel about Benedict Mathurin?"
I ain't gonna lie, at the beginning of the season, I definitely was a little high on him because Tyrese wasn't really scoring and like he was trying to pick up some of that slack, but it ain't really escalate to nothing.
Before the season, he was one of my 3 6-man of the year predictions, if y'all remember that episode.
I feel like I talked highly of him.
I did too at the beginning of the season
years, but it hasn't materialized into what I was expecting. I just be guys like him. I just be feeling like you that athletically gifted. You got to give me something defensively.
Yeah.
Let's go Celtics. This is why I had the floor of this conference finals.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because the bracket is probably going to stay the same. I trust them against any team that's coming through the play-in. And I trust them against the Knicks or the Pistons to take care of that. So their floor, in my opinion, is conference finals.
Yeah, I think.
Damn, should you want the second seed?
It breaks so much better for a second seeded team, man. If you think that you can take care of the Knicks in the postseason, being the second seed is the easiest path to get there.
There's no team in the NBA that's more confident against the Knicks than the Celtics. Man.
Yeah.
You avoid Giannis, hypothetically. You avoid the Pacers. Like, you feel pretty good.
My floor for the Celtics is the championship.
Damn.
Nothing less. I put conference finals for them.
It's a championship. Nah, I want it to be, but I could see a world where they lose to the Cavs. But I really do. Like, they are legitimately my favorite in the East.
Yeah.
Like, legitimately. No shot at the Cavs.
Ceiling, of course, repeat champs. Cool. We agree there? Cool.
Yeah.
Houston Rockets, 2 seed in the Western Conference. This is what things get real interesting.
This is second round.
The floor?
Yeah. No,
the floor is first round.
Let me look at the.
I think
floor is first round. My bad.
Timberwolves
first round.
Could do that to them.
Yeah.
And they've been playing. They have the longest win streak in the league now that the Cavs lost 7-game win streak.
No, they lost to the Pacers. Or you talking about the Rockets?
The Rockets.
The Rockets have a 7-game win streak.
So they're back up to the 2 seed.
Shout out Bari.
Shout out to Bari. Shout out to Jalen Green. Hit some big shots last night as well.
Falling down threes and shit.
No, yeah, it's first
Him
round.
and Jordan Poole, they just always have a chance to make the shot that's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Nothing, I got it. What they used to say in coach or 2K, that's a shot to make the coach say, no, no, no. And then he say, yes, yes, yes.
But yeah, I mean, if it breaks wrong, like Minnesota, that's a series I really got to think about. Like
I'm going Timberwolves.
I would
I'm
lean
going
towards
Timberwolves.
Minnesota.
I love the Rockets, but I'm going Timberwolves.
Also, they will never have the best player in a series. So it's gonna be hard for me to pick against them. It's gonna be hard for me to pick them.
I'm thinking about it. You're probably right. Yeah.
Neither were the Grizzlies. How you feel about them?
I think they big three though is like really good.
Collectively, the guys.
Yeah, like they're really good. Like Ja can be the best player on the court that night. I don't really see
Jalen Green could be the best player on the court some nights. I'm just talking shit. I'm just really gonna be in that round.
But like Ja can literally outplay anybody that's in the top 8 on a given night basis.
He ain't outplaying Luka or LeBron.
He could have a better game than them. Ja has that talent.
Why you don't get that type of respect to the Rockets players then?
Who the hell? I'm just calling it what it is.
Jalen Green has nights where he looks like an all-star shooting guard.
He is.
No cap.
But Jalen Green cannot outplay LeBron. I think
they not on his side of the bracket. He would play the Timberwolves or the Clippers. So against the Clippers, there is no case in the world where he could potentially have some nights where he looked like the best player on the floor in a series against the Clippers.
That one's a little, yes, maybe against the Clippers, but that's it.
I like that. That's it.
No other team. Just
because I don't know what I'm getting from Kawhi. James Harden, playoff time, hasn't been
I'm
great.
just going off what you said for the Grizzlies. You said Ja Morant could have a better night, potentially, than LeBron and Luka. He can.
Yeah.
Jalen Green could do that too against the Timberwolves or the Clippers. Is he going to be the best player? No. Anthony Edwards is way better than him. But on any given night, Jalen Green could have a 41-point game, and he is the best player in that particular night. It don't make him better than Anthony Edwards. I'm just going off what you said about, because there is never a night where I'm picking Ja over LeBron or Luka.
Yeah.
But you're saying he could just have one night.
But I just think there's levels to this shit. And I think Ja's on another level than what Jalen Green is.
In totality, yes. In this particular year, it ain't been what we, normally have seen it to be. Even you said that. That's why you were saying it's Jaren Jackson team. Remember, you said that.
I did say that.
Okay.
He caught your ass up.
All right.
just tell him no. It's picking up steam though.
Yeah, he is.
It is. I was telling you that. We was telling you that's why he's Jaren Jackson and not his team. But I'm just going off the one night. Chill. It's the NBA. Anybody can have one night where they look like the best player on the floor, if we being honest.
Shit.
Obi Toppin like the best player on the floor last night.
Against who?
April
Against
10th,
who?
2022.
Against who?
Patrick Williams looked like the best player on the floor.
But against who is that against?
Anthony Edwards.
Timberwolves.
But no, if you watch that game, Anthony Edwards was the best player in the third
Yeah, he was
quarter.
doing that. What is the
third quarter, he
ceiling
went crazy.
of the Rockets though?
Second
Second
round.
round.
The second, like I find it hard to see them in the
In the
conference finals.
yeah.
It would be an amazing story, but like I just don't trust it enough. I don't know why.
They just don't have that. They don't have that 1A, that guy I think that could really take them there. Some nights you just need that guy, and like it's hard to do it as a collective in the playoffs.
They got a tough
Yeah.
break too. I mean, to have to go potentially Minnesota, then Golden State or Denver, man.
Yeah, it's going.
I think they would rather play Memphis than any of those teams.
Mm-hmm. I would say the same.
Yeah.
But that set you up to OKC. But according to what people saying, nobody's afraid of OKC.
which is so crazy.
I can't tell.
I
Every time I turn on my damn TV, somebody falling on skates.
being scared of not being scared of a 56-win team.
I'm
insane.
scared of them, damn it.
Yeah, especially they be busting ass.
They
too.
really do,
Like
man.
it's not even funny.
Yeah.
They bore me, and it ain't their fault.
Yeah, they just go out and take care of business. They don't even give you a chance to win.
Hate when a Thunder playing on national television.
They really do be feeling rare as hell when they get that loss. So like when they
Yes,
in
it
that, when they feel
surprised
like
the
they're in
hell
a
out of me.
bad situation in the game.
They just lost. That last loss was to
I don't remember, but I remember at the same time.
It wasn't Denver.
Because it was 3 games ago. They on a
It was
3-game
Denver.
It was Denver.
It was
Okay.
Denver.
Second
Yeah,
night
it
of that
was.
back-to-back. Yep.
Yeah, because they had beat Denver the first time.
Right.
And yeah, Denver got that ass the second time.
Next team we should talk about is the New York Knicks, 3-seeded, 43-24 right now. Got a win last night. Get well soon, Tracy Morgan, I guess. I don't know what the hell.
Yeah,
was
he
going on.
actually
Yeah, what
posted a
the
picture
hell
this
He
morning.
said he had food poisoning.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay, best case scenario then.
Yeah.
Food poison gets your nose bleeding? Maybe just
He was in
dry,
the hospital
throwing up?
bed and he posted a thing like, "I'm
Yeah.
good, y'all. The doctor said it was food poisoning, but the Knicks are winning over and I'm throwing up on the sideline. Maybe I'll come do it at a playoff game."
Oh, okay. Hey, shout out Tracy Morgan. What do you know him best from? It's a long list of
Death
things,
at a
guys.
funeral.
Shut up, dog, before I give you some chocolate.
Yeah. 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 What's the name of that movie?
Little man.
Lil Man, yep.
Well, Little Man is actually really good.
Oh, Lil Man was a great movie, bro.
It's
I
so
low-key
bad.
watched
It's
that
so,
a few
it's
months
so
ago.
it's
Yeah.
bad, but it's good at the same time.
It got the fine twin on there.
You remember the dude? His name like Lil John or something like that.
I damn didn't want to go back and watch Lil Man now.
It's a lot of fine women in that movie. And Kerry Washington. In
Kerry
there.
Washington is
Kerry
in this
Washington
one.
is fine.
Rest in peace to John Witherspoon. He's in it.
Oh, he is. I didn't realize. All right, yeah. He was the one watching them that one night. And the white lady with the blonde hair that played on the game.
Brittany Daniel.
She fine. She got a.
Oh,
twin.
where do I know her? Oh, she got a twin.
The game, you know her
Oh,
from.
the game. And she was in White Chicks.
White
and she was
Chicks,
in
yes.
Joe Dirt
Yeah.
in the game. Yeah, okay. So, yeah, she looks super familiar.
They got
She got a
picture.
twin?
Yeah, they got a picture of her right now. Or is it like an old picture on her little cast picture?
I don't know. That could be recent. She's like mid-40s. That look about mid-40s to me.
This is like the game version. See, nah, this is
Yeah.
this is why I asked. Because this is what they say, man. When they say black don't crack.
Bro, I
You
ain't gonna lie.
can see that is more recent than the one you
Yeah,
showed me.
for sure. For
I
sure.
love how like when you go back to the old movies and you realize like the CGI wasn't as good.
It's
and
so
like,
bad in Lil
Yeah.
Man,
bro, it's just his head on a little old body.
Little old body. They start off there doing a robbery.
They spent so much money to make that happen.
I typed in Lil Man and it
Also,
was not the movie.
Hustle
Lil
Man.
Man J, singer.
Hustle Man? Tracy Morgan was Hustle Man and Martin?
Yes. That's young Tracy Morgan.
Yeah.
Though. Young Tracy Morgan.
Talk to me, though. New York Knicks floor. First round series right now would be Detroit Pistons.
First round.
You think they could lose that series?
Worst case scenario, they can
Yeah.
get upset by the Pistons.
Yeah, or either the Bucks or the Pacers fall. Because
That's still up in the air,
all those teams are down there tied for 4, 5, and 6.
I guess the Pistons,
So-
I feel pretty good about them. Maybe that's just me being naive with the Pistons being a first-year team.
Hey, that's a bracket we got to do. I'm sorry. We got to do a field of 68 childhood crushes bracket.
I think I know who's going to win mine.
Who?
The girl from American Pie.
Oh, with the red hair.
No. That's not her. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah,
show you.
that would be a crazy off-season video.
It's not. I think we could do that.
As long as we got the pictures up there for the people I don't know.
What is her name?
Oh yeah, not red hair. Shannon Elizabeth.
Yes.
Yeah, she winning that for real.
I think
They we ain't never gonna escape that thing that they got on us, boy.
him, her and Halle Berry. Those were the two on-screen
No, I'm
women
sorry.
I've ever seen.
Shannon Elizabeth got Anne Hathaway. I'm sorry.
Halle Berry in what, Monster Ball? Is that the name of the movie that she was in? That she was doing the stuff.
But she also got the what is the movie called? Where she take the newspaper down and her breasts are out.
Don't remember that one.
I was young and my dad was like, "You seen that movie? You saw Halle Berry breasts?" It was Swordfish.
Okay.
Swordfish.
That was where you had to get it when we were. There was no going to the internet. It was like,
Bro,
watch a movie.
I was watching Harold and Kumar go to White Castle.
We are on the biggest tangent of all time, by the way.
We are.
Who is that? I don't even know who that woman is in that movie.
Who?
The Harold and Kumar. Remember she had the ugly ass dude and the
Oh yeah. I know exactly something. No, but there's a point where like they go to their next door neighbors because they need some, and their neighbors are watching a movie, and they're like, "What you doing?"
You
with
are
your-"
nuts, bro.
They're like, "What you doing?" Like we're trying to go to White Castle. You guys want to come? He said, "Nah, we got to watch this movie." I heard this girl in there. She shows her, her things, but there's no internet, so they have to watch the whole movie.
And they tracking it. I thought they was making a website where you could,
I don't know what they were.
They
I
could
just know
tell
they
you-
had to watch the whole movie
because I think they was making a website where they tell you what part of the movie is
happened?
in.
Oh, my
47.
But it's crazy.
crazy.
It's crazy because like they're just like all like out of focus, whatever, and all of a sudden, dude just is like, boobs, and like dude just starts jumping up and down because he was asleep or whatever.
I might be wrong, but I'm almost sure that they was making a website where they tell you what part of the movie it's in. So they were
That's
sitting there
funny,
watching
bro.
movies.
That would have been a
because
useful ass website in 06.
in 06, right?
All right, Knicks though. Floor ceiling of the Knicks. I like your point of like there's a world where it could be the Bucks in the first round. It's only a 1 game difference between them.
That's why I could say first round just based on potential seeding, just because I think the Bucks or the Pacers could beat them in the.
I had it in as a second, but you convincing me because if the bracket shakes and they go against Milwaukee, I can't confidently say that the Knicks will win that series.
Yeah.
I would pick the Knicks, I think, but it's like Giannis is on the other side of that thing.
Who protecting that rim? Cat.
Who protecting that perimeter?
Yeah, nobody. So
Thank
it's
you,
like
thank you, Dame.
you got Torian Prince.
I think the ceiling though is second round because it's the Celtics.
Yeah.
I just
I think
don't
all
see
those
them
middle of
beating
the pack teams, second round is for me their ceiling. Just because I don't see any of them beating the Celtics or the Cavs.
Yeah.
It's just so crazy that that's how the East is.
Yeah.
Like it looks like we're
And
gonna.
I don't know if I said this earlier. We're just going off what we know today. Like somebody could get injured tomorrow and be out for the playoffs,
Yeah.
but we're basing it. So like I hate when people go like, "See, y'all said we was a second round team, knowing that they went against 3 teams that didn't have their star players." Like, bro, relax.
Y'all
all right?
think teams look at that and be like, say we obviously have aspirations. We want to be more than the second round, but we get to the second round, we're going up against the Cavs and Celtics. It's not much we can literally do there.
Yeah, you just gotta go. I mean, nobody on the Knicks is like, "Oh, we got Celtics in the second round." Like they gonna want that fight, and they're gonna try to win those games, and they'll probably win a game or
The
two.
Pacers beat us last year, and I don't think we was a team that they may have wanted to see. You don't know how it's gonna happen.
Yeah, you never really know, man.
Yeah.
Could be an injury here, a ridiculous series from a random person. You know, nobody
Yeah.
looked at Caleb Martin and be like, "Yep, Caleb Martin about to take off this series." Motherfucker was averaging 6 points per game before that.
Or PJ Washington against OKC.
Shooting 30% from 3, he just hit 70% of them all of a sudden in the 7-game series. You never really know, and that's why we love our sport. And we love college basketball, too. We're going to get to that relatively soon. All right, next team, we got the 3 seed out in the Western Conference, who is right now the Denver Nuggets.
For me, I
floor.
put second round.
The floor is the second round?
Yeah.
I've been wavering on this team all season long. Sometimes I see them as a team that can do the grand thing. Sometimes I watch and I'm like, they just don't have the defensive upside to win 4 playoff series. They got the best player in the world, and that's got to count for something. Floor first. You said floor of second round.
I'm agreeing
Yeah.
for a second round.
So if they win against the Warriors, y'all think that is a 100%?
I have it as a first round exit.
I have.
It's not that it's 100%, but it's
Yeah.
the thing I love about the Nuggets. No matter what question marks come up for them, their high point and strong point is 90% of the NBA's weakness. They have the best player in the NBA who plays a position that a lot of teams lack in,
They
especially
can't
the
match.
Warriors.
Yeah.
Quentin Post, yeah, okay. Draymond, we've seen that before. Give me the Nuggets.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a team that the Warriors should want to play.
Yeah, just because due to their lack of size.
Yeah. At this point, there ain't nothing they can really do.
I mean, it would be
Just hope that the Nuggets
yeah.
move because they can't move anywhere. I mean, they can move down if they want to take their chance in 2 playing
How many games up there? Are they only like 1 game up?
They're the exact same.
But I guess I do
games
have
back.
to put first round because there is a world.
Right.
Yeah. I guess it is first round. Yeah, I'm not ruling the Warriors out at all. So, yeah, I guess first round. Yep.
What do
A
you
lot of these West teams have like a big range where they could be
Yes.
first round or they can
Yeah.
make it to a
Conference
conference
fin-
finals
yep.
or finals.
Yeah, out east is just
It's two
it's
things
just not
out
like
west.
that out
There are
east.
2 things out east.
What about their ceiling then?
The
Do y'all
ceiling
still
for
look at them as a championship team?
yeah, the ceiling is championship.
Okay.
Yeah, just because they do still have Jokic, and no one can. There's really no matchup for them out west.
That's the biggest range we can have: first round exit or championship.
Yeah,
Which I can't be mad at because even
Well-
I waver a little bit. It's like they still do have Nikola Jokic.
yeah. I mean, I think the next team on their conference pretty much has the same range to me.
Okay.
The Lakers.
Yeah,
we
let's
could
transition there then.
The Lakers, I think they have pretty much the same range. They could be a first round exit if they play the Grizzlies or the Warriors, or they can be the team that goes all the way to the championship because they have LeBron and Luka. So, especially when you talk about the first round thing, they start center as Jackson Hayes. It's a little concerning when it comes to playoff time, especially when you're talking about going against teams that probably can have pretty good bigs. So that to me is a little concerning.
Yeah, it's basically can we kind of cover up our deficit at that center spot for like the first round or so. You know, I feel like the first round is going to be telling how well we can kind of cover that hole up.
And I think that's gonna be hard when you're going against Brandon Clark, Jaren Jackson, and Zach Edey.
Yeah, or it could still be the Nuggets. Y'all could see the
Yeah.
Nuggets in the first round still.
Yeah.
And then that's the case. You know how that series has gone. That was pre-Luka, obviously. But we talk about the lack of size that y'all have on a night-to-night basis. You did have the really good regular season win against them. But in a 7-game series, can that same scheme work? Will you see Mike Malone try to adjust some things? You trust Mike Malone a little bit in the playoff series? So I agree with you, Darrick. I think your floor and the ceiling for the Lakers are exactly right. First round or the championship.
Yeah.
Like, it's really possible, man. It's really, really possible.
Do y'all so when y'all say championship, because it's either like mine was the finals. It's
So
like,
winning the championship versus getting to the championship.
Yeah.
I think
for me, I put just getting to the finals.
so you don't see them winning against the Cavs or the Celtics in the 7? Because the Celtics they got
You
Luka
saying
number
the
right
Lakers?
now. Yeah, talking about
Yeah.
the Lakers.
Man,
Oh,
I think if the Lakers get there, they doing something.
Yeah, that means LeBron and like he in that mold.
That's what I was saying when I was
it's
doing
the
my
Celtics I
bracket.
don't really feel as confident in. Is like they're able to overtake them. The Cleveland I feel like is a little bit different.
But again, we talking about the chance.
Mhm.
So it's the same thing. Like I don't think some of the teams are going to lose the first round, but there's a chance. You don't think the Lakers have a chance at all to win it? Because then if you don't think that, then yeah, the ceiling is just getting there. But if you think that there's even a small chance, then their ceiling could be to win it.
I don't think there's a chance.
Damn.
Unless
Yeah, how did y'all get out there?
like, it would be super hyper. That's why I
That's
said
what I'm
I'd
saying.
rather
Yeah.
just say getting to the finals is probably their ceiling, because it goes into too many hypotheticals. If it's like, man, if the Cavs kind of make it, I think they have a little bit
But
of
we
a
just
chance.
did that we doing that for everybody. We have the playoff picture in front of us, and they just said if the Knicks play this team, the Knicks not even playing them right now, but they gave a hypothetical, and that's where it made the Knicks.
I feel like if you come out the East, if we believe you can make it out of the West, then you have a chance in any series. So that's why I'm just like, that's why I didn't say finals or champion. It's always like, if you can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel about the
I guess the
Lakers.
way I kind of went about it is like, where do I see you getting stopped at? Like, if that makes a little bit of sense. Like, obviously you have a chance to beat this team,
Yeah.
but where do I see you where your road kind of ends?
I understand what you're saying. I also think you might be doing a little reverse jinxie because it's your team too.
Sure.
That happens. I do that all the time.
No, I've just seen Luka try to go against some Celtics, and it just don't be looking right.
No,
But what if it's
absolutely.
not the Celtics, it's the Cavs?
Yeah. We all taking a Celtics chance. But we just still saying that if you make it that far, I was doing my bracket and I had a team And I was like, shit, I have to put them here because if they made it this far, something is clicking. Something is clicking if you made it this far. It's one thing to get that one win and one upset, but if you do it 2 times, somebody playing out of their mind.
Mm-hmm.
So then I was like, same thing with the Lakers. If the Lakers beat the Memphis Grizzlies, the Oklahoma City Thunder,
Yeah, if they beat the Thunder, you got to say, like, we can beat anybody.
Yeah.
Right.
and then they would have to play what? The Warriors, Rockets, Nuggets.
That side of the bracket
I
is
feel like
kinda
the
low.
West side, OKC is the team to beat out West.
So yeah, you beat the #1 team in the Western Conference. Yeah, you gotta you cannot do all that and then you don't have no chance. That's crazy.
All right, next team. Sorry, I was in my go-go squeeze. The Bucks, 4th seed in the West Eastern Conference, 38-29. We kind of hit on them a little bit, but I think their floor is first round.
First round. Yep. First
I
round.
could see the Pacers beating them in the series.
Yeah. Or the Knicks. Or the Pistons, I mean.
I think their ceiling is
The Knicks could beat the Bucks in the first round.
They good
series.
too. Yeah. All those things good.
Because I think if you get past the Cavs, I guess you can get past the Celtics too. I feel like they would have to be a team that beat both of those teams in
Yeah.
the 7. That feels impossible in a way.
Yeah, it don't feel as great as Giannis is.
You got to
just-
stay
it don't-
healthy all around. Like, you're going to need everybody.
Yeah.
And boy, they have not had
and
a good
Kuzma
time
gonna have to
staying
be on
healthy.
an offensive. You're gonna hope that he's offensively being somewhat competent for you.
I think he can be. I think
No,
he's the
he
type of
can.
player that in a series could play like a whole different player. Those are the swings right there. Is when you have a guy who's been shooting 42% all year, then he get in the playoffs and he has a series where he shoot 29% from 3.
Yeah.
Or you have a guy that shoot 27% in this particular series, he decided to shoot 40%. Those be the swing factors for me.
But I always just be like, Giannis. Giannis exists in this conference. He's the best player in the conference.
Yeah.
And I don't trust the others other than him and Dame.
Yeah.
Really.
He's the best player for now.
Ooh.
If Jason Tatum do that shit again, man, Jason Tatum the best player. I'm sorry.
I don't know if Jason
Oh, no.
Tatum ever have the individual type of.
Nah.
Because of the team?
No, because
Not
Giannis
just-
is that good.
Yeah, I just think Giannis
Yeah.
is that good.
Yeah.
That's really what it was.
It's gonna be hard for me to say Tatum better than Giannis
He
for a
could
little bit.
probably
I
win
feel
3
you.
of them, and I'll be like, if
Rightfully
Giannis still
so.
doing what he's doing, Giannis is the better player.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah. Next, we get the Memphis Grizzlies, 5 seed right now in the Western Conference.
Floor for me is first round,
Yeah.
just because they could lose to the Lakers. I think that's one of those series that's gonna be a dog fight. I think it's gonna be like a 7-game series. I can see that going 7.
We got this series before, didn't we? A couple years
Yes,
ago.
we
Yeah.
did.
This is when the Lakers won. This is when
Dylan
Yeah,
Brooks was
Darvin
on
Ham.
the team.
yeah, Darvin Ham had got fired the year after.
That's where Jaren Jackson was taking off. And then he went from everything to damn near nothing in a couple games.
Yeah, floor first round. I have a tough time picking their ceiling, though, man.
Ceiling for me is conference finals.
You think so? Okay, talk to me.
I mean, I think they're very talented. Obviously, I think they have good depth, and the good depth is something that could really carry you far. I mean, if they beat the Lakers next round,
It's OKC.
is OKC. Yeah, that's a tough matchup.
Because I think if you beat those 2 teams, and you have to think that you can beat the Nuggets in the conference finals, so you have to think that you can beat the Warriors in the conference finals if you went through OKC and the Lakers, right? Because that's why I can't
Yeah.
wrap my head around. Now, obviously, this is not how the bracket is going to break because it's 1 game between them at 5 and the 2 seed. But if you telling me that they beat the Lakers and then they also beat OKC in the second round, then damn it, they not stopping at the Denver Nuggets. Or they can't, at least they can keep going past that. And that's why I
That's
struggle
true.
to put them higher than like a second round exit.
I
Second
got him
round
at
exit,
second
yeah.
round.
Yeah.
And it's mostly because they match up with OKC.
Yeah, it depends on If the bracket broke like this today, then you're right. I could see it being second round just because it's gonna be tough for them to beat OKC. Yeah, you're right.
Now, if they find their way into the 2 seed, then I think it's a different conversation.
Yeah.
Because then they could go against Minnesota. That's an interesting series.
And
I don't know
then they
where I
would
go
play
with
the winner of the Nuggets and the Warriors.
And then
Right.
you can see them winning that one as well.
Yeah.
So it really just depends on how it breaks for them.
Yes.
That's one of the more confusing teams in the Western Conference.
No, yeah. This one is legitimately based on seeding. However, for them, they could either be conference finals or they could be second round exit.
Or could be first round too.
Yeah,
Could be first
for
round,
sure.
depending
yeah.
on the matchup, man. It's a
'Cause-
really good team.
That's tough to have a first round exit.
Yeah. All right. Pacers, 5 seed in the Eastern Conference.
Their floor is first round.
Yep.
Ceiling, second round.
Second round.
Yeah, it's the same. All those. None of them are beating the Cavs or the Celtics. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I'm gonna go
Eastern
second
Conference
round.
teams, man. It would have to be like a big injury.
Yeah.
Knock on wood, nothing happens like that. But they got to the conference finals last year, got some good luck when it comes to injuries and all.
Yeah.
They would have to have something similar to go on another conference finals push. And that's not an indication of them being a bad team. It's just those two teams are so fucking good that to beat them in a 7 with the way they're coached and their top end talent, it's just going to be tough.
Yeah, and honestly, with them in the first, if they broke like this today, them going is they've shown that Giannis averages like 45 points against them. So
And yet
like,
they still be winning those games somehow. Yeah, I think that's a 7. I hope we get that series because they don't like each other.
no, they don't, and
They
I
do
love
not
that.
like each other.
Yeah,
I want the Pistons to stay with the Knicks. I think that's a good defense versus offense. I think the way the Eastern Conference standings is right now is kind of perfect for every first round series. Whoever come out the play and get their ass smacked. But like the real series, those two real series.
Yeah,
it's
and
gonna be
then that gritty Pistons team against that Knicks team.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Ooh,
I like that.
That one gonna be exciting.
That's
a
why we just
that's
got
a
to
90
give those,
series.
those 2 last East spots to teams in the West.
Oh, you want to give it to the Kings?
Yeah.
So then,
Kings and the Suns, baby.
I promise you, the Kings is getting their ass smacked too. in this series. I'm sorry.
Yeah, over there.
It might be more. It might be more interesting than watching like the Heat or the Bulls for sure. They don't really got a chance. All right, moving on to the 6th seed in the Western Conference, the Golden State Warriors.
for this one has a pretty.
Kind of the same as the Eastern Conference teams. Could be a first round exit. Could be in the conference finals.
Yeah,
If you get past that Nuggets team, you might can get you a conference finals appearance.
Yeah, I struggle to put them in the top tiers, like winning it all. Mostly because again, we haven't seen them play against a really good big body yet.
yeah.
And I think they play against Giannis tonight, if I'm not mistaken. So if they go against Giannis tonight, maybe that changes one of my opinions about them.
Yes, they do.
And let's hope
9 p.m.?
Giannis plays because everybody keep wrestling against the Warriors for whatever reason. Go hoop. But first round is my floor for them for sure.
If the Bucks rested tonight in order to play the Lakers Thursday, that would be hilarious. Because that's what they were saying the Nuggets did.
Oh wait, they're on a West Coast road trip though, right?
Yeah.
I feel like people play when they travel out west. Like resting while on the road feels weird to me. I know it happens.
Yeah.
But if I'm gonna take this flight to California, I might as well hoop.
Yeah.
So let's hope that
Well, let's see. Have a night out in Cali.
it's possible. But no, not Giannis. Dame though, he's from Oakland. Dame
That's
might
where.
have a
That's
night
why.
out.
That's why he popping out. Because
Oh, with his
Dame got
homie?
the ties.
Oh,
he gonna
he
show
popping
him
out with
around.
Dame.
He gonna get him introduced.
Okay. You can go to that one store that's called Hood Clothes that me and Austin saw in Oakland.
Hood clothes.
It's called Hood
That's my
Clothes.
favorite spot.
I wanted to go in there just to
Hey,
see.
I
What
damn
do
near,
they
wa- I
classify?
damn near, y'all. I'm mad at because I damn near want to go.
I think Austin got a picture of it too.
Hood clothes.
Hood Clothes. We're going to Hood. Y'all want something from Hood Clothes? Because I wonder if that's like
Give me some hood shit.
some Amari's, Amiri, and some stuff like that.
Amari's, boy, you unked out for real.
Amiri's, or is that
Talking
like the
about
one
them
store
Stoudemire's.
that got the fake Yay Panda? Y'all know them stores in the mall.
The
They be
shit
having
that
big
Mike be
ass
shopping
jeans.
at.
Yeah.
Yes, Mike definitely shop.
Oh,
Don't make that
my
face.
gosh,
We
he
ha-
just made that face.
You have
be
shopped
shopping
at
there.
that store
They had
before.
that mall, they had that type of store in the promenade.
And
You went there.
Bolingbrook, you went there and got clothes from there. We was like, "What are you wearing?"
Oh. Yeah, I did.
was right. So don't make that
But
face.
yeah, you said like I shop there, like I be there every weekend or whatever.
You don't be at no store. every
Hey,
weekend.
if you go there once, you shop there.
yeah,
No,
It's
it
on the
don't
tape.
work like
Yes,
that.
it
No,
does.
if you give them money, you shop there. Nobody shops at a store every weekend.
Right, let's be real.
I don't even remember what I got.
Some bullshit.
Probably.
Exactly. That's why we was on your
bullshit.
ass like a diaper.
What about the ceiling for the Warriors? Have we hit that?
I put
Conference
Conference
finals.
Conference finals.
That feels fair.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the Detroit Pistons, 6 seed out east.
Floors first round, ceiling
Second
second
round.
round.
Yeah.
This is
Will be a great story.
If the
Yeah.
Pistons made
Yeah.
it to the second
That's a
round,
success. It's a major
Detroit
success.
throwing the parade.
Detroit basketball.
You ready with them feet, boy? You protecting that?
Hell
that
yeah,
ball.
them long ass ones.
I know.
They almost
Soccer was my
twos.
second skill. Ron.
I thought it was swimming.
That was like 1B.
I'm about to learn how to swim, y'all.
You're too late.
At third,
Ain't no such
Too,
thing.
too
No.
late.
No such thing.
No,
You're not.
never too late to try to save your life.
For him, he's not committed to that.
I've already signed up. It starts April 23rd, I
okay.
think.
you have lessons.
Yes.
He get lessons of
You
everything.
paying for that?
Hey,
Yes.
I coulda taught you for free.
You ain't no teacher.
He get lessons for everything: golf, swimming, 2K.
2K
Talking
is
about
crazy.
Joe knows private
He's
session.
talking about he finna get a shooting lesson.
Yeah, come on.
I get lessons about things I care about. And I care about golf. And I care about survival in the water.
Y'all ain't asked me to golf in a minute, so y'all can't care that much.
I go to the simulator like 4 times a week.
I also about smelling outside the greens with
Oh,
Arnold,
we ain't been there
a
yet. We got snow yesterday or
Yeah.
2 days ago. So
spiked Arnold Palmer in one hand.
The twisted peas.
Yeah, twisted peas. And the cover gonna be me with my my mind be going
Your
blank.
golf bag?
I was waiting for it.
Bag, my
Swing?
club. My club.
Okay.
It's
And
gonna
we
be,
got to get the cigars.
it's gonna be me with my club. That's just me and you. We don't
Yeah.
only me and you bossed up like that. And it's gonna be me peeing in the bush. Twisted peas. Yeah. What you know about that?
Them cigars we had tasted good last time we had.
Tasted good.
Hey,
No, because
bro.
like they were vanilla, and like you can literally taste like the vanilla in it.
Darrick, you're only supposed to buy cigars that have a good flavor you like. You've been smoking cigars, you don't like the flavor?
I've never bought cigars. The only time I had another cigar was at KB wedding.
Right, didn't I give you that cigar?
No, Tyler bought
Tyler
cigars.
He did. He
Yeah.
got us them.
Shout out to him though. Made the pictures elite.
White man cigars. Them was definitely was not like, oh, okay. It wasn't no vanilla,
No,
tobacco.
but it was just fine. But yeah,
But
it
the
didn't have
pictures
that
did
vanilla.
look better.
Yes,
Pictures
they
did
did.
look better.
Even I had a fake one, wasn't even cut, but the picture I got.
Oh yeah. Sometimes you just need one just to do this.
All right, we got a couple more teams left.
Do we? Damn.
These
Well,
are all
those are
playing
all the
teams.
6 seeds. Those are the 6 seeds.
Yeah. We can kind of go through these plans because we don't know who's gonna
The
make it.
highest one I have is the Timberwolves.
The
man.
Timberwolves are
Timberwolves
one that
is
we
the
should
team.
definitely
Yeah.
talk about,
Yes.
right? I guess the floor, if you think about the floor,
Floor.
is
Is it
missing
playing?
completely.
Yeah, it's
to
the
miss
plan.
it.
It's
No,
missing.
I don't have
Hey,
them
no,
missing.
on real stuff, I
'Cause
put
if
their
they
floor
lose
as the
to the-
first round.
Yeah.
I don't think they can.
Yeah.
I don't see a world where they lose in the play-in. They're
Yeah.
making the playoffs.
I'm gonna go first round as my floor for sure.
Yeah, first round. Just because, because they could end up playing. So right now they would play the Rockets, but what's the other? And if
They
play
could also
OKC,
hawk the Warriors
Yeah,
because
it's right there.
Yeah,
that's
they
why
could.
that Pacers game, man, that loss on Sting.
Yeah, because that would have put them over. It's like
Thank you.
Obi Toppin and Thomas Bryant gonna do that to y'all?
Same thing with the Warriors. You could have got an extra
Yes.
lead by taking care of business.
But everything stays the same. So yeah, floors first round. Ceiling, again, if they play against
Second
the
round.
Rockets, I feel okay about potentially picking them.
Yep.
So second round,
second round. Yeah.
and then they could see Denver or the Warriors in the second round.
Oh,
Is there
yeah.
a world where the Clippers
I'll
can't?
say their ceiling is conference
conference
finals.
finals? Yeah, I was about to switch it too.
Yeah, I'm saying conference finals.
Yeah, if it breaks that way, then yeah, it's conference finals. But it breaks the other way where they're to end up the 8th seed is first round. That's actually such a crazy variance.
yeah,
for a play-in team.
for a play team, man.
Because like if their ceiling if it flips the other way is literally first
Is
round.
there any world where the Clippers beat them in that first one, and where would the Clippers go? You got the Clippers or the
Clip-
Rockets?
Oh, I would have a shit. That's
I
tough.
would have the Rockets. In
I would
there.
have
I
the
think I'm
Rockets.
going Rockets as well.
But I think game one would determine a lot for me. Like, what is Kawhi in that mold? Like, if he in that mold,
I forgot about Kawhi.
then it's
Kawhi going.
hey.
I'm taking
the
the
Rockets
Clippers.
getting their ass
I'll
bounced.
take the Clippers. I'm sorry. Zubac, Harden, Kawhi.
For their ceiling, I put a second.
Talking about
second,
the Timberwolves,
the Clippers.
I'm not mad at that.
And then,
Yeah, because
It's so
if it
crazy,
is the
though.
Rockets, you think about it, and they could win that series. So yeah,
It is weird though when you put like their floor and it's just not making the playoffs at all.
yeah. Like I could see them losing 2 games. I could see it. I wouldn't bet on it, but it could happen.
and then out east, all those are first round. None of those have no variance.
I'm not even talking about this.
Yeah, we're
yet.
not even.
Y'all
We're literally not
y'all
mentioning it.
can. I'm cool.
Hawk, Magic.
My money
y'all-
to steal one is the Hawks, though.
They gonna
wanna-
get a game. Trey Young hit a game winner against the Celtics.
Dyson
Yeah.
Daniels, 4 steals and a block.
Of the
Yeah.
4, who got the highest chance of
The
doing it?
Hawks.
It is the Hawks.
The Magic.
Yeah.
To have 2 guys that can get, I mean, even when they get you 70, they still
I was gonna
lost.
say they putting on 80
That's
points.
all the points right there.
That's all of them. Anthony Black hit a couple threes the other night, and that was enough to them beat the Cavs.
Actually, it's actually Atlanta. Just because I trust Trey Young to be able to at least generate enough offense to where they can stay in the game. The Magic offensively, it's just hard for me to say I trust anything with them.
All right, well, y'all let us know in the comment section what you agree or disagree with the floors and ceilings. Are we ready to have our special guest on to talk some March Madness?
We are.
Christian, welcome to the y'all can't see him, but he's here. Christian is on the team at Enjoy Basketball. He also is on the lead producer for Teed Up. So if you watch Teed Up, you've definitely seen and heard Christian. College basketball guy.
very much a college basketball enthusiast.
I think too much of one. I brought him on my shit. He couldn't make decisions. Let's see what he got to say now. I don't know. What you got here? I still don't know. Well, we always like that. I cut some slack. We always like that because
y'all made like a bracket? Like
I did my bracket on
okay.
there, but I let the people know that that's not going to be my official bracket because we have till Thursday.
Yeah.
So I'm going to make some changes, rightfully so. But I'm interested to see what Christian has changed.
How do you feel about UNC being one of the last in opposed to some other teams when they have one quad, one win? I read that this morning.
Great to be here, of
asked
course.
Brian Hammer the same thing.
That's funny.
No, I mean, 1-12 in quad one. You got to give them credit for. I mean, it's an interesting thing, high level. If you lose to Florida by 4, let's say Carolina beats Florida instead of losing by 4 in a game they had a lead with 4 minutes left. They're in the tournament, no doubt.
Right.
And one could argue that close losses against really good teams are undervalued, and that you can get that one marquee win and it carries you throughout the whole season. But man, at the end of the day, you got to win basketball games, right? And they beat UCLA, cool, but they lost just so many. They just blew so many opportunities, and even if the committee says that the North Carolina athletic director leaves the room and everything, it's just such a conflict of interest. I think the whole process needs to be revamped.
Wait, say that again. North Carolina's who?
Athletic director is the chairman of the selection committee.
That's why you watch Tee It Up.
Wow.
This information is on Tee It Up.
I had no idea.
It's comprised of athletic directors of 10 athletic directors from different schools. So obviously there's conflicts of interest. And even if they have these protocols, and I'm not necessarily guaranteeing corruption or, bending of the rules. Carolina's ranked 33rd on KenPom, which is a metric completely objectively ranking them, which is ahead of some 8 and 9 seeds. But man, the process shouldn't be dictated by people who are involved directly with the schools. It should be there's people on Twitter, just bracketologists who make content all year, who follow the rules and analyze it. All 111 of the top bracketologists had West Virginia in the field.
Yeah.
And they weren't in. And
I read that too.
There's an inconsistency there.
Interesting. So they're in the first 4 in. And
They'll play San Diego State. My
State.
boy Miles Bird. My boy Magoon.
So we won't. Sorry, UNC. We want y'all to lose. Talk to us about sleepers. Not because I think there's 7 teams maybe that can actually win the whole tournament, but a fun team that can go on a run that maybe people at home aren't familiar with.
So depends how we want to define run in the sense of are we talking about
whatever your definition is.
I've almost said conference finals. I'm tripping. A Sweet 16 push, Elite 8 push. Win a couple rounds when nobody really expected it.
I was telling Pierre yesterday, my favorite run to try to predict is what Clemson did last year. Clemson was a 6 seed. They were underdogs versus an 11 seed New Mexico team who was red hot entering the tournament. Clemson lost by 20 points to a bad Boston College team in the ACC tournament. So everyone's like, Clemson, they're real and they're not entering the tournament well. They beat New Mexico, then they beat Baylor, then they beat Arizona, and they were up in the second half against Alabama and were close to making the Final Four. So that run from a 6 seed that nobody was really talking about, not a trendy Final Four pick, but a team that had good players and rallied together and played well, that's a sneaky team that I like to predict. So the teams that I'm eyeing as those kind of 6 to 10 seed.
I know a 6 seed that's was highly ranked throughout the season.
Nobody give a damn. Me and Christian picked against their head.
Oh, in the first round?
Yes.
No, but that's the thing with Illinois. Illinois could. There was a stat. They were 18-2
I don't like them.
in games where they shot over 27% from behind the 3-point line,
Right.
which is an insane stat. But they lost by 40 to Duke. They just lost by 30 to Maryland. I have no faith in them. So the teams that I am eyeing in this range are Marquette,
Okay.
Ole Miss, and UCLA. Those are 3 teams that
I'm a
look.
big
If you look at their
UCLA guy.
recent,
Right.
Sorry.
I like their side of the bracket, but they've been up and down too.
Okay. I think I might have picked against Ole Miss. But I don't know anything at the same time. I'm just kind of picking
Yeah, I'm not a
teams
big
that I
Ole
think
Miss.
are interesting.
I like Marquette and New Mexico. That matchup, one of those teams for me, I think could beat Michigan State in that next round after that. Marquette is really good. Me and Christian about coaching. They got Shaka Smart.
Mm-hmm.
They got experience led by Cam Jones, a senior point guard. Donovan Dent on New Mexico. One thing about UCLA, Mick Cronin, they do force turnover. That's my biggest thing. I like teams that shoot threes because you're never out of a game.
Right.
Yeah.
I like teams that turn the ball over. That can force you to turn the ball over. And I like people that make free throws. them nasty shooting free throw teams. I've
It
watched
always
too much
comes down
It
to
always comes down to
free
it.
throw shooting, man.
It always come down to it. And I like teams that can get to the line. That's why I'm so big on UC San Diego. They got their best player gets to the line better than anybody in college basketball.
I read an article yesterday. I'm trying to find it so I can give credit, but you mentioned something that was in it. They mentioned kill shot. Is that Evan M? Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Evan
Yeah,
M.
Evan Mia.
Yeah, Evan Mia has
Oh,
a
yeah,
stat
Evan Mia,
called
yeah.
the kill shot, which is basically that.
Is it Mia or Maya?
I'm not even sure.
I always say Maya.
Low-key, I always say Maya, but I just said
Yeah,
Mia there.
I say Maya all the time.
But basically, one of his stats was like teams, the kill shot, which is like teams that can go on a 10-0 run. Because in college basketball, the 10-0 run, in a lot of cases, it's like a 20-0 run in the
yeah,
NBA.
you get three. It's getting 3 stops in a row.
And then he was saying basically that a lot of the teams that have gone on deep runs over the last couple of years are teams that in the regular season went on a bunch of kill shot runs. And I'm going to see if I could pull it up real quick about like which teams are in that. And y'all tell me, as the watchers of this stuff, like, do you trust that team to go on a potential run?
I
All
would
right.
guess St. John's is going to be.
So
on
here
there,
are the
Christian.
top: Duke, as you can
Yeah.
imagine, Texas A&M,
Yeah,
Iowa State,
yeah,
Yale is number 4.
yeah. That's what Yale does. They pack the paint, make you shoot threes. Their opponents shoot 48% of their shots from 3. They're forcing you to shoot the 3.
They got Michigan, Big Ten champs. They got your
Wow,
Marquette
okay.
team is here. Then
Okay,
Houston,
Michigan.
Florida, Memphis, Auburn, Missouri, UCLA, and then Michigan State.
Memphis is on there. Okay,
Memphis is here.
okay. Houston, we would have known. Christian, Missouri, we would have known. Florida, Memphis stands out. Memphis stands out.
And as you can imagine, the teams that are on the opposite side of the spectrum are like the super low seeded, like Robert Morris and High Point and Omaha and Norfolk
I do
State.
have
and
I
so
do
on
have
and
High Point beating Purdue. That's one that I'm locking in. I'm not looking back. I'm not changing my mind on that. I'm going for my upsets.
so. Do you have your level of confidence with any upset this year that he has? Like he's not changing his mind on that one.
Man, the top teams this year are so good. Usually I have a couple that I circle as being more vulnerable. The one that I can't stop thinking about is I think 14th seeded Troy
First
against Kentucky. So
Does Kentucky have an injury?
They have
so
a few, yeah.
couple of their best players from the beginning of the season aren't here, but I mean they're used to playing without them. But their point guard Lamont Butler, who
That's
hit
what
the
I'm thinking
game-winning
about.
shot for San Diego State in the Final Four 2 years ago, I figured this out yesterday. There's been 4 different windows of time he's missed this year. He says he's going to play. He's hit 1 3-pointer since January 25th, and he's their main ball handler. And like I just don't think he's right. And you're playing a Troy team that is 98th in the country in KenPom, which is pretty good for a 14 seed. You play in the Sun Belt, which is a pretty good athletic league, and this team returns. They returned basically their entire core from last year, so they've been playing together for a while, and they played at Arkansas early in the season, and we're up 1 at half. So they can play with an SEC team for a half in a slow-paced game. They got 2 brothers in the starting lineup, the Rigsby brothers, athletic downhill guys, and you know they defend as a team. They protect the rim, and they're 6th in the country in offensive rebounding percentage. The knock is that they can't shoot the 3, but guess what? I can't shoot threes. It doesn't mean I can't hit some threes sometimes. So who says that these
They
guys
can't shoot free throws
get
either.
hot?
Yeah, that's not a good recipe.
Why? If that's
But it only take one game.
It's a variable. Like who says you can't? And Kentucky's been a leaky fought. Or I don't know what I was trying to say there, but a siphon.
I like to take Troy when I first seen it, but then I started doing my bracket. We ain't finna have 30 upsets, so I ended up taking Kentucky. You got to be able to score, man. Kentucky is gonna score. As good as Troy defense is, Kentucky is gonna score. They got a lot of different options. But yeah, I did look at Troy and was like, oh, this looks like a recipe right here. But the shooting, man, that shit could get ugly. That shit could get ugly if you can't put that ball in the basket. That's my only thing.
If you shoot 30% from deep as a team, though, that means that some games you're going to shoot above 30. If you can make 8-9 threes against a Kentucky team that's not a good defensive team.
Yeah, we could put that logic with anybody that doesn't shoot. If there's teams in a tournament that don't shoot and they get hot one game, yeah, you could beat anybody. That's why it's a tournament. How much do you believe they can do it?
I think they can guard Kentucky. At the end of the day,
So are you going to pick Troy?
That of the 13s and 14s, that's the one I'm closest to clicking.
Are you one of the people that have 12 brackets, or do you have one main
Yes.
bracket?
No.
Yes.
I used to be. I used to be that kid because I want to have my bracket right.
He sent me some shit, say, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to pick them. I'm hoping they'll win because I put my money on here. He confused the hell out of me. I said Christian. Who is you picking? And make your pick without having any involvement in your bet. Make your bet, but make your bracket your bracket.
Okay.
So you're not a one bracket guy.
No,
I
I am.
allowed
No.
your-
This is revisionist history. At this point, I'm a one bracket guy.
Okay.
So, with all that being said, are you picking Troy?
Yeah.
You are.
Yeah.
There's nothing bad. You said that like you scared to make the pick.
I want to explain it
Indecisive.
because
You're not
there
gonna
was
get that
there was a
one
point in
bracket.
my life where I was using all 25 of my ESPN brackets. I'd say, look, let me get one where Providence wins it all. Look, let me get one where I'm messing around and I just it's my same bracket for my OG. Ooh, but Texas Tech's in the Final Four of this
Right.
one. Like I would do that because I had 25, so I said, let me mess around and have some fun.
Now-
But now I can
now-
only take credit for one. I'm not gonna say, oh, I had Troy in my other bracket.
Yeah.
No, do I have Troy in my
The
bracket?
reason we doing this is because he said on Teed Up, yeah, we ain't like them. The people who do that type of shit. So yeah, you can't say that, but then you was a part of the issue.
You can have fun and make as many as you want. I just
Yeah.
don't take credit for saying,
Exactly.
oh, in this one I had
Yeah.
two teams
Because
in
some
the
people
Final
do
Four.
that.
Yes.
Yeah. If you
I remember-
combine my 6 brackets, it was
Because then-
almost perfect.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
of course.
exactly.
The first thing I heard when I walked in, he was like, I ain't getting no sleep around this time. I was like, why? He was like, because I got to watch film on Troy. I don't have time to watch them during the regular season.
Hey, that's
And
for
I
the
was
love of the
like-
game because you don't have like a podcast or anything that you're doing it for, right?
Well,
He actually went live on YouTube the other day.
Oh, you did?
I do some YouTube streams, and then I just for fun. I'm not an actual sharp gambler. I would be living in Las Vegas if I was. I just tweet out my picks, and like I have legit logic based on analytics and what I see with my eyes. And I have some people that at ODJ picks tail responsibly, but
You were there with J-Man.
yeah, J-Man's my guy.
I just Googled your name, and the first video that came up was you with J-Man.
J-Man.
Okay. Oh, no. Come on. We not give you enough credit. I put your name into YouTube. You've making a lot of appearance on Bobby Douglas's show. Yeah, man. You've been out here grinding. 2 years ago,
Don't tee it up with me and Ryan Hammer yesterday.
2 years ago, you had a Deacons pod, huh? Deacons Daily?
Oh yeah, I interviewed Bobby Clinton.
Oh, shout out to
On
Bobby
that. Clinton,
who got drafted too.
Dude, you're so young in this video, too.
Can I
Yo,
see
you're
a
like a
picture?
whole
That was
different
right when I
dude.
graduated.
You look a lot smaller. Okay.
No,
This
he definitely does look
NCAA
different.
tournament about to be so fire though. I know it is every year, but this year is gonna be so because the top, like Christian said, the top teams are so good. It's so hard to pick your bracket. I seen Andy Katz make a bracket. He had 3 number 1 seeds and a number 2 in his Final Four.
He sound like me.
I can't make my bracket because I just know that is unlikely to happen.
I have 3 number 1s and 1 number 2 in mine.
Oh man.
Damn.
But see, that's why it's tough to know. That's why I don't like knowing too much.
Yeah.
Because it's
You
like
overthink
You
it.
overthink it. You overthink it every time. That's why when we just dropped Teed Up during the filming of this, and
Go
people
check
like,
that out.
oh yeah, now I got something to go off of. No, don't go off of it because I'm not no expert, but even the experts don't get this shit right. So you should just go off vibes, go off what you feel, find a little bit of education or information that you can. Which most sites that you fill your bracket on, they'll give you inside scoop on what they'll say. This
They'll give you a little excerpt.
Yeah.
Like they're coming in 19-3 in their last 20 something. And
yeah, or
so
they
and so is injured.
the
and all that.
35th best 3-point shooting team. Go off of that little information and go off your vibe. Just
At the
go
end
off
of the
your
day,
vibe.
have fun. You're
Yeah,
not
have
going to
fun.
be the
Yeah.
1 in 9 quintillion that
Do
hits.
not copy my bracket though.
I was
don't
gonna
want
wait.
people copying brackets.
I was gonna wait till I got home or
Make
like a
your
little
own
bit
bracket.
later today to do my bracket. I'm gonna wait till I'm on stream to do my. Last year I did my bracket on stream and it
Yeah.
was really fun.
It's gonna be fun.
and then clip it up and put it up on YouTube.
You might
We got
as well.
we got a
I'm doing the
question
same thing.
from behind the camera, Christian. Is McNeese stay worth picking with all the pregame viral videos?
No,
No,
Right now, who they got in the
take this
first
one,
round?
Pierre.
no, you got it. You got it. I love Will Wade though.
They have in the first round, they're going
Clemson.
against Clemson. Okay.
Right?
I'm
Correct,
looking
yeah.
for it. Yep, Clemson first round, 5-12.
Which Will Wade is an alumni from Clemson. Will Wade used to coach LSU. He got in trouble. Will Wade probably will not be at McNeese State.
You gonna get picked up?
Yeah, he'll probably go to NC State. I'm hearing, but this was my team last year. Shahada Wells. If people watch my bracket last year, we got a couple of those wins right, but we didn't get the Gonzaga win right. But Christian, speak on McNeese.
They
Last
got
year I
the
was
one
with-
kid,
What's up?
the Aura kid, the
Yeah.
manager.
Too bad
He
he
just got
not.
an NIL deal.
Oh my goodness. Good for
But
him.
last year, like Pierre, I thought McNeese had a really good shot at Gonzaga because McNeese was elite, turning the basketball over the top 10. And they're playing in a Southland Conference, a really weak league where they, have a coach who can recruit and brought in players who are just on another level. Like one of their main ball handlers is a guy who was like a glue guy on Syracuse last year. And he has these guys just attacking downhill. It's a lot of one-on-one ISO. It's a little, not unethical basketball, but just not aesthetically pleasing basketball because they're playing in their Southland tournament game against Lamar, and there's no ball movement. They can't really shoot. They're just attacking downhill and drawing fouls and then bullying you defensively because they're more athletic and they can. But what happens when you play a well-coached team like Gonzaga that can handle that pressure, boom, boom, pass, wide open three from the corner, and, when McNeese isn't able to bully and you're playing a connected defense, like, I don't know. I think you're playing a Clemson team who made the Elite Eight last year, has two bigs that can really pass the ball to each other. I think whether it's short rolls, high-low action, you can pick them apart. And you've got a 23-year-old point guard in Chase Hunter who, won games for them in March last year. McNeese is going to try to punk them, and I just don't think they're going to be able to do it.
I agree. I think size matters in the NCAA tournament and NCAA basketball. And Shoemate is 6'6". He's good. He's a workhorse, but a lot of these high-end Division I, their small forward is going to be the size of their center. Yeah, Clemson is too big, too strong, too experienced. They play in the ACC. They talk about competition level. They're playing they beat Duke. Clemson beat Duke.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah.
Last question, Christian, before we get you out of here. Who's your winner?
Just one bracket, by the way, not on all 25.
Now this is why I give him
guys.
some slight, because
it's tough.
it's Tuesday. He's not going to have a winner till
Because I think the next
Thursday.
time we talk to you, the first round will be kind of next Tuesday. The first round is wrapped
We'll be down
up,
to
right?
the Sweet 16.
Yeah.
I mean,
Damn, that happens so fast, doesn't
Boom,
it?
boom, 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 boom.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
so Pierre and I were going back.
Oh,
and
okay,
forth
don't
on
give
this.
me your champion. Just give me the team that you feel the most comfortable with right now.
1,000%.
Florida.
The Florida Gators
That's who I
are playing the
picked.
best
That's who I have
basketball right
right
now.
now.
You picked?
But that's the thing. If you're in a bracket pool, and I know Pierre's introduction to the bracket, it's like, well, if it depends how the strategy you're trying to win a bracket pool, right? If you guess what, everyone knows that Florida's playing the best right now. So if you pick Florida and you're in a bracket pool with hundreds of people, you got to have a really, really good bracket outside of that because you're competing against so many other people who picked Florida. But if you pick a team like Iowa State down a starter who's still a really good team that nobody's picking, if you pick Iowa State and they win it all, which of course is less likely, then you're
That could
probably
win
winning
the-
your pool.
that
So
could win the pool,
it's
right.
how big of a risk do you want to take there? If you're taking Florida or Duke or Auburn, you're going to have to beat a lot of people, and as in getting a lot of Elite
Do
Eight
you
and Final
fill out
Four
your
picks
bracket
correctly.
with that in mind, or you
That's
just think
the
your
thing.
bracket?
At this point, I'm too pilled by like the expected value and analytic stuff that like I feel wrong picking Florida as the title, even if they are my championship pick. And like I said, I bet on them to win it in November, so I'm still happy if they do.
That
So
gotta be
I'm
good
probably
odds,
gonna-
right?
Plus 6,000.
How much did you bet?
$1.
25 United States dollars.
Okay.
25 United
that's-
States dollars.
that's like-
crazy.
Yeah, why did you have to specify that?
Like
We didn't even go to
The
12.
funniest
movies.
part is I checked it. I placed it at 7:53 in the morning. I must have just woke up and said, "Yo, Florida."
How much
won
is
a
it? How much is it gonna make you? 2,500.
25 to plus
think it's
600.
like
Yeah,
12.
generational
6,000.
wealth.
Fuck out of here.
Trying to do the math. I think it's like 1,200. No, he said 6,000.
So let's see, $25 bet, and that's you said plus 6,000, 1,500.
I was around ballpark.
Yeah, 1,500. That's a good come up for the middle of the morning or early morning and making
Next
a
time,
bet.
put $100 on it, man. Make some money.
See, we can't be thinking like that.
That's what I do. My bets be 50 and 100. Giannis, they had a live bet. Giannis plus 125, 100, 2 more rebounds, easily 250 made in 2 minutes. I text my other group chat. I feel like I'm cheap. It's easy. I just made 250 for him to get 2 more rebounds at the start of the boom, and I've been sitting. I'm waiting for my next live bet. 1 more 3 from Anthony Edwards. Up, boom.
Right, yeah.
Come on.
Malik Beasley, who
I
you know
ain't
he
a-
gonna take 6 threes. this
I ain't a
quarter.
parlay guy. I'm a live better. I get to cheat the system. How they was cheating me for years.
One last bracket thing. I think a key thing for me is, when a team like Oakland, like I didn't have Oakland last year, but when I'm watching that game, of course I want Oakland to win. So this is what people, in my opinion, if you've got Kentucky as your champion, sure, root for Kentucky. If you're a Kentucky fan, sure, root for Kentucky. But if you have Kentucky in your Elite Eight, who cares? Root for Oakland. It's a small school. They've got Jack Golke hitting 10 threes. Like, don't be too tied to your bracket that it ruins the fun.
But that's why I tell people to just make the bracket. if you're trying to go off of winning the pool, because I mean, what these tournament challenges get?
Our pool is like $100 from Fanatics or
Man,
something.
fill out your damn bracket. You're gonna be so. Oh, if I do this, I can get more points. Fill out the damn bracket, man. And if you happen to win, you win. But just fill out the bracket. Because if I really feel like Florida is my champion in my heart, I'm picking Florida. I don't care what everybody else is doing. I'm picking Florida. I'm not going to not pick Florida to potentially get more points for Iowa State when I know damn well Iowa State ain't winning the national championship. Iowa State losing the first round, now you're done.
Yeah.
Who was Iowa State playing the first round?
Lipscomb Bison.
Yeah.
You know the craziest thing is within 30 minutes of the selection show, the entire bracket is like imprinted in my brain. It's actually crazy. I don't know why, but it's just the easiest thing in the world for me to remember.
I like that, though.
That's crazy.
You're passionate about your work.
Photographic memory.
I only remember the ones that I was like, I got them. Drake, Missouri, I got Drake, so I remember that matchup.
Drake.
Troy, Kentucky, oh man.
Aubrey.
I might take Troy, so I remember that matchup. But I can't remember who Tennessee playing down in that first round.
It won't matter.
It won't.
Because you the only 10 I see.
You just let him do. He said he remembered everything. Big mouth.
Oh, I did get to watch Wofford earlier in their conference tournament, though. I like them a
I'm
lot.
just talking shit.
They got the one kid.
Oh yeah, I do know. Yeah, he be going crazy.
He averaged like 11 points per game. Shoot
You heard
30%
him.
from the free throw line.
He said he got Iowa State winning it all or going to the Final Four.
He said Final Four.
You
I
like that?
it. I like it.
So you saying shake up? Because I got 3 1s and a 2 in my Final Four. I ain't published the
Who's
video.
the two though?
Tennessee. I like the little guy. I can't lie. That's my guy.
You like Ziegler?
Yeah, I love when the
tough.
short king is really good at basketball. I'm sorry. So yeah, I had them. And I mean, they were good this season, right? To get the 2 seed, they had to be doing something.
They defend their ass off.
Yeah,
They really do. They got the big.
Darrick, who's your champion this year?
Florida.
Okay. What about you, Mike?
UCLA.
UCLA?
That's what he
He
said.
like UCLA.
He see it on TV.
Nah,
It's
I
USC
mess
versus
with
UCLA on
I mess
TV
with
right
their
now.
big man, and I mess with Scott Clark.
I kind of like it, Mike. Hey, if
Oh,
they
you actually
win,
know
you win in the
people.
pool.
I know a few
He
people.
know more people than you.
I definitely don't know nobody on UCLA.
I know you don't know no Scott Clark.
I know Jaime Jaquez's sister play on the W side. That's all I know. That's all I know. All right.
This shit gonna be. Boy, this shit finna be busting, boy.
Well, let us know if you enjoy Christian. Don't be afraid to hurt his feelings if you didn't like him.
I can take it.
He'll be here.
I can take it as crazy.
That is pretty crazy. He'll be here every Tuesday to talk about the stuff that's happening in March Madness. We'll do a little segment at the end of every show. That's it, right?
Thanks, guys.
We appreciate y'all watching and listening to this episode of Numbers on the Board. Leave a like, subscribe. Go build that perfect bracket with Christian's advice, and make sure you send him some cash once it is the perfect bracket, because we know you get paid that $1 million. Ain't it $1 million for the perfect bracket?
so.
He need at least 10% of it, and then we gonna take 8% of his 10%.
They
So
should
he
keep
still get a
raising-
nice bag,
They
but
should keep raising the price because nobody's getting it.
yeah,
Like the lottery.
like the Powerball.
Yeah.
$7 billion if you get the perfect bracket.
Who would have thought? That's why I tell people, they're like, man, I want to copy. Bro, experts didn't know that Virginia was going to lose.
Imagine they do copy your bracket and both of y'all get the perfect bracket. And now you got to split that deal. Y'all remember when Martin won the lottery and he thought he was going to make $1 million, but
yes.
30,000 people won
That
with
was
him?
crazy.
So he walked away with like $5.
I remember that episode, and I remember
He was buying random shit. He was just, oh, man.
I remember dude convinced him to go to a Rolex store. And he was stealing.
Yep. Hey, if you have not watched Martin, all-time classic.
You ever seen Martin Christian?
Who?
Martin, the
he
TV
ain't
show?
He ain't seen it.
He's from Rhode Island. I
don't
didn't even know if they have BET.
Don't give a
in
damn
Rhode
if he was from
That's
Brazil.
where Family Guy is.
Don't care if he's from Brazil, man.
Island.
We gonna have some culture courses for
But then
you.
again, we ain't
I
even
just
done
learned
it for
about
them.
GOAT. What I learned about today, GOAT.
He just learned about GOAT.
I was looking for the discount. I couldn't find the discounts.
Wait.
Damaged box is where you need the discount, but you're not
Wait,
getting
wait,
no
wait.
discounts on GOAT.
You said we haven't done it for them yet. He don't know what Martin is?
No, I'm just. Oh, remember we did that black movie bracket, and he
Yeah.
missed both of them. Missed
You're
like
right, you're
90%
right.
of the movies.
You know what, Christian? You good with us. These two got to get it first. You're absolutely right. But I feel like that would be good content. We got to do a teed up stream where we do a culture course for you.
Yeah, crash course.
teed up.
You can come in with a do-rag next week.
Hell yeah.
I'm good on music.
Yeah, he
Don't
knows
become
music.
looking
He
like
knows I like my
He knows
Conway the
music.
Machine.
Yeah,
okay.
he hit me up like, "Ooh, that Conway." I'm like, "Look at you."
Okay,
Tapped
you listen
in.
to Cardi?
I actually haven't.
Have you listened to it?
Hell no.
Have you listened to it?
No.
Have you listened to it? Y'all missing out. Cardi snapped on that shit, bro.
I know he a Cardi fan. I don't know this,
Hey,
but I just look at
there
him
was
like,
a certain
his
age. No, there was a
reaction-
certain age group that seemed overly excited for that
His
Playboy
reaction
card.
when- what I
people
thought it was
stayed
gonna
up
be.
until 7 a.m. to listen to Cardi when he dropped.
For real.
That's crazy.
I went to bed.
I said,
woke
"Are you
up.
staying up?" I said, "Bro, it's not. I'd rather be just like I could listen to that in the
'Cause
car." or something.
you're not gonna listen to it and experience it if you've been up for 42 hours waiting for
Hey,
it.
I love Cardi when he first came out, so I was like, that album is tough.
Okay.
30 songs, but it's
Oh,
tough.
hell
But no,
no.
the songs quick. A lot of them are quick.
Okay.
It take a while, but when they get there, the first few songs gonna be like, okay. But when they get there, that Rather Lie, that Backdoor, that Good Credit,
Okay. I
That
like into a few
Olympian,
songs.
that Toxic.
They was
think
calling
somebody-
me Unk because I ain't even know it was dropping.
I
was
think
waiting for
somebody
NOTB
had
to show.
requested that Rather Lie, so I feel like I
That
heard
Rather
some
Lie
part of
with
that.
The Weeknd,
Yeah.
that's one. That's one of them ones for sure, for sure.
All right. We appreciate y'all listening or watching this episode, and we will see y'all soon. Peace.